Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, man? It's your boy 503 Line, man. You understand me? Shouts out to the whole LDBC and the Smoke City Mallcast, man. Where we go live. You know what I'm saying? Every Wednesday night, man. So y'all be sure to tune in tonight, man. Follow us on our social media platforms, man. You know, go to ldbcsports.com, create your profile. It's absolutely free. You know what I'm saying? Go download that mobile app, you know what I'm saying, at the Play Store on all mobile devices. And yeah, man, we right back at you with another one, man. This is the Lunchtime Lion Drive with 503 Lion, 1/3 of the Houston Hardhitters featuring the usual suspects. And today, me and my brother Fool are holding the sit down, man. You know what I'm saying? I can always depend on my brother Fooler, you know what I'm saying, come through in the clutch, man. And y'all keep my boy Quattro Cinco in your prayers, man. You know what I'm saying? My brother just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? You going through some family issues. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, we gonna pray for you, my brother. We gonna keep it pushing for you though. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, act. You know what I'm saying? We got love for you, baby. We love you, man. You gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you doing, bro. Just keep doing what you doing. You understand me? That's all that matters, bro. Long as you doing what you doing. But how you feeling today, fool?
Yeah, take care of my. I'm good.
Okay. Okay, cool, man. Long as you say you good, goddamn me. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
But how you feel about this though, man? Bob Arum saying since Mikey Garcia put on a lackluster performance against Errol Spence, he says that him and the Lomachenko fight isn't 50-50 no more.
He was gonna say that anyway. He was gonna say, well, Lomachenko has two belts. Uh, Mikey Garcia, you know, Lomachenko has more belts than Mikey Garcia, so it's not even 50-50. So I have a feeling he was gonna say that anyway. And knowing him, he would have tried to even bring like the Olympic pedigree into the mix too. That he's a more decorated fighter than Mikey Garcia. Therefore, it's not going to be 50-50. So he would have said it anyway. He would have said that anyway, man. I have a feeling, basically.
Yeah. Salute. Stay ready, man. Appreciate you for following in the building first, man. You know what I'm saying? The young line is live right now, man. We ain't got nobody in the chat yet, man. But I'm pretty sure the whole gang is gonna follow through, man. The whole Lion gang, man. Smoke City Mallcast, man. y'all boys tune in, man. Me and my brother about to cook up on some shit, man. But yeah, man, I went on a tirade yesterday, man, and I don't usually do that, man, but sometimes, man, it's necessary because dudes really gotta understand where you coming from. You know what I'm saying? And this whole Bob Arum thing, man, it gets worse day by day. You know what I'm saying? I can't make this stuff up, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I can't make it up, dog. He
yeah,
think he think because Mikey Garcia got outclassed by Earl Spence, that puts him out of position to dictate terms for the Lomachenko fight. But bro, Lomachenko ain't on Mikey level out here in these streets, bro. Mikey got a solid fan base, my guy.
yeah. He
And
has a bigger fan base by far. Yeah, then Lomachenko, he has a bigger fan base. The only people who really like Lomachenko are those. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Those hardcore boxing fans like Lomachenko, but also those MMA fans who have the complexion for the protection like Lomachenko. And that's just what it is. Even like casual Mexican fans like Mikey Garcia, you know what I mean? So his fan base is bigger, you know?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. He already justifying the fact that that Lomachenko is finna duck Mikey Garcia. And I guarantee you, since this article came out today on Boxing News, bro, he gonna fight Teofimo Lopez. soon.
He,
Yep.
I mean, to be honest with you, Lomachenko doesn't have anybody else to fight. Like that's just the reality. Like he really doesn't have anybody else. Like who can he fight? Like really, realistically, who can he fight that's in this weight class? The only he can't really fight anybody. He doesn't
Right.
have anybody to fight. After this Anthony Corolla, what is he gonna do? Fight another no-name mandatory? Like that's what I'm saying. He doesn't really. He's in like a rock and a hard place right now. You know, and that's what people fail to realize with this guy. You know.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. This right here, man, just proves my point, bro. Further and furthermore, bro. So my rant last night was justified, dog. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Go ahead,
you
fool.
know what though? And I like one of them ones, but I had to make a video in response to him, man. I'm sorry, I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it because I'm not a fanboy of Earl Spence, but I F with Earl Spence very heavily because he's shown me reasons why. And the main reason why I F with Earl Spence heavy is because he hasn't shown me everything. There's still more to this guy. Guys
Right.
like Terence Crawford have shown me everything. I F with Terence Crawford, but he's shown me everything in every fight. He's shown me everything. Earl Spence hasn't shown me everything. Earl Spence can switch hit. I saw a video of him sparring. Okay? He has a video. We haven't seen that in a boxing match yet from him, though. Who knows? Maybe a guy will bring it out of him. But
Right.
he keeps me guessing. So that's why I F with him so heavily. But Bob Arum, and then I'll let you cook. What Bob Arum is going to try to do, I'm going to tell you what he's going to try to do because he went on a rant about Eddie Hearn. He said, Eddie Hearn should be out of the U.S. Eddie Hearn should not promote anymore in the U.S. What he's going to try to do is he's actually going to try to take Eddie Hearn's fighters and bring them over to ESPN, starting with that's what he's going to try to do. Watch. He's going to try to do that. He's going to try to take these DAZN fighters and bring them over to Top Rank and say, well, and co-promote. But really, a reality is he's going to basically own all the promotion, basically. Because in essence, he pretty much stole Tyson Fury from Frank Warren, in essence, when you really think about it. That's how I feel about the whole thing.
Yeah, man. You right, bro. You right. And I was looking at some shit yesterday. You know what I'm saying? When we was on live with Mac at his on his channel. You know what I'm saying? And you're not lying about that, man. But I'm gonna read some of these comments right quick. KP from KC says, "What up, King?" He say, Bob don't want to make the fight. How in the hell Loma worth more than Mikey? Mikey did pay-per-view. Loma ain't gonna sell our staples. He also says Loma fighting on Friday night fights. Whoa, Friday night fights? Friday night fights next week, bro. He fighting Comey next. Oh, I forgot about Richard Comey.
No, he's fighting Comey after the
Roller fight. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about Richard Comey, man. He did win that. I want to say Lincoln belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Comey ain't gonna win no Lomachenko. I think he'll be too starstruck. I don't know if he has enough dog in him to pull that out. I don't think he has enough dog in him.
I ain't gonna lie. I got Lomachenko winning that fight, man. But Comey ain't gonna give him a run for his money. I can tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause Richard Comey done been in the big fights before, but he had to fight Robert Easter for the belt.
Yeah, in that fight, many people thought that that was a tie fight. Some people thought that fight was a tie.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, he gave Robert Easter a run for his money, dog. So I'm thinking Lomachenko might be, it might be something different, You know, because you saying he gonna be starstruck, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. But I think Lomachenko gonna get the win. But Comey could definitely. I definitely see Comey busting him up, busting his pack, painting his face. You know what I'm saying? I definitely see.
for sure, for sure. No, that can happen. That's a very high possibility.
Okay, April 12th is a Friday, bro. What the fuck? Damn. Okay. Yeah, man. I don't know what they trying to do with Lomachenko at this point, man. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, if Bob Arum was really smart, he should have put Lomachenko on Terrence Crawford undercard. But I know that he's not gonna do that because he's very, like I said, he's prideful and he takes pride in it.
Or co-main event. He
Right.
could do a co-main event, basically. Yeah, he could have did that. Put it on the do that, but he didn't. I guess he didn't want to, man. Yeah, yeah, man.
See, that's the problem. You
Yeah,
know, because you steady, instead of you promoting both guys at the same time, you trying to focus on one at a time, and you steady putting these dudes in these small venues. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the venue is at for Lomachenko. I think it's somewhere on the West Coast by you. And then you got Terrence Crawford fighting in the little room in Madison Square Garden. But like if you would have did a co-main event, I think you could have put that in MSG. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Big boy.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Nah, absolutely, man. He could have did it like that, but you know him. You know how it works, man.
Yeah, man. Cause shit. April 20th, man. That's you know I think want to say this like Eastern or something. So you're gonna have a lot of people out and about, man. I don't know, man. That dude is retarded, man. Like legendary Top Cat said, bro. He going to see now, man.
He doesn't make he doesn't make like he doesn't make like I want to say sound decisions basically.
Nah, he don't. He don't. Cause first of all, why would you even come out and call Mikey Garcia a mutt? And then the week after that, you say that he's not worth 50-50. So that must
Yeah,
mean that you must don't plan on making a fight with him and Lomachenko.
yeah.
That's what that means.
But peep out on this though. And people think that people are ducking Terrence Crawford. And me personally, I'm gonna be real. I don't think anybody's ducking him. But when you have words, and these are Bob Arum's words, when you have words such as like, and Bob Arum said this, he said that the only welterweight relevant is Errol Spence. He said that like
Hmm.
Terrence, he said that Danny Garcia was irrelevant. He said that Showtime Sean Porter was irrelevant. And he also said that Keith Thurman was irrelevant. So if you're saying that these guys are irrelevant and things like that, that shows that you don't want to put Terrence Crawford in with these guys since they're irrelevant in your eyes. So what does that tell you about what he's doing, you know? So that's why I can't really like get behind this whole narrative that people are ducking, you know. The
Right.
man said they're irrelevant. Okay, if a man says that, come on now, man.
Exactly.
Seriously.
That's why man, bro. You don't know how bad I'm ready to get to April. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm ready to. If I could fucking hit a skip button and we be in April already, man, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really anxious to see what this fight is gonna do. Is there gonna be any promotion for this fight in April?
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't seen any promotion for it
Me
as
neither.
far as YouTube content. I haven't seen no commercials. I haven't seen any dope interviews from Top Rank, like as far as like them going to Amir Khan's camp, going to Chance Crawford's camp. I don't see any footage. You know, why should I spend my money for this fight? You know what I'm saying? Why?
Look, let me tell you something people don't realize. Man, with the Errol Spence pay-per-view, this is a successful pay-per-view, man, because he charged $75 for it, man, for his first pay-per-view.
Right.
And it did like 400,000 buys, 350, 400,000 buys. That's
right.
Really successful considering you're charging $75 for a pay-per-view when usually a pay-per-view is like around 50, or even if it comes to some boxing, it's like sometimes around 35. But they charge 75. Okay? So this was a successful thing. So with that being said, it was successful because of the simple fact that pretty much everywhere you clicked, you would if you're subscribed to these channels, you will receive updates and see into their personal lives, see into their camp, see into the ways they've been preparing for this fight, via Fox. You don't see that with ESPN with this fight. I don't like even subscribe to ESPN on the YouTube, but still, even if I were to look up Amir Khan versus Terence Crawford, the road to the fight or anything, you're not going to find anything. You're just going to find a bunch of boxing channels who are just giving their prediction and stuff. You're not going to find official content. So how are you going to promote this fight?
Yeah, exactly. Let me read some of this chat. What's up, home skillet? Okay. He say 503 line and guess what's up? Keep up the good work. Peace to you and yours. Already, brother. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna reciprocate that same energy right back to you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Always good energy and good vibes. KP from KC says he says Boxing Talk got Aegis Clemens saying Mean Machine is next for Crawford. Oh wow. Okay. Mean Machine. What's up? What's Brooklyn Child Boxing Talk? What's up? We're gonna have to look him up, bro. The Mean Machine. We got to look that up, man. The Mean Machine. I wonder is that the guy number one in the WBO for Terence Crawford? Yeah, I don't know who the Mean Machine is, bro.
I don't know.
I heard that name before though, bro.
No, it's a guy from Lithuania. It's the guy from Lithuania.
The guy from Lithuania?
Yeah, it's a Lithuanian guy.
Okay. Mm-hmm. He says, I'm buying the fight. I think this will be a good fight. Brooklyn Child Boxing. Hey, yeah, me too, Brooklyn Child. But I'm doing that because I'm a support Crawford, but still, it's just the point, man. See, we hardcore boxing fans over here. Mean Machine is his mandatory. Okay, Mean Machine is his mandatory. Okay, so that must be the number one guy in the WBO rankings. But yeah, Brooklyn Child BK. Listen, man. We all gonna support Terence Crawford, you know what I'm saying? Whether you buy the fight, you go to a fight party, you go to the bar and watch it at Hooters, wherever. We're gonna support Terence Crawford, man. You know what I'm saying? But to the casual boxing fan, bro, he not winning them over, bro. You know what I'm saying? PBC gave you so much content for the buildup of Mikey Garcia, Earl Spence. They gave you so much, whether it was an interview, whether it was all access to the camps, whether it was just content, period, bro. They gave you more than what Top Rank is giving you right now. You know what I'm saying? And this guy Bob Arum is steady trying to dictate all these other fighters. You can't dictate what split Mikey Garcia gets, bro. You can't dictate what Earl Spence gonna do next, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to try to focus on your fighters and build your fighters up to stars. Cause that's what you had a problem doing. Bob Arum gets guys from the Olympics and builds them up. He builds them up to a certain point, and I say he'll build them up at least 50 to 60%. You know what I'm saying, of what they really need to be. You know what I'm saying? Now all the other fighters that got away from him and built themselves up into natural born superstars. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, bro, he hasn't had to do a lot of, when you really think about it, Bob Arum hasn't really had to do a lot of work with these quote unquote superstars that he had in Top Rank, bro. He didn't have to do that much with a Sugar Ray Leonard. Everything was written in stone, man. Sugar Ray Leonard had all the components to be a great superstar fighter. He didn't have to do that much with Oscar De La Hoya. He was the golden boy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that much. But it seems like all the fighters that he have to do a little bit more for, he has problems with. Vasily Lomachenko being one. Terrence Crawford being another one. Yeah, Terrence Crawford is a star in Omaha, but can Terrence Crawford go fight an MGM Grand and sell it out and do good on pay-per-view like a Floyd Mayweather or Oscar De La Hoya? No. Because lack of good promotion. That's why. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna support Terrence Crawford, of course, but man, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. I mean, at the end of the day, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Igis Kavaslaskas is Mean Machine, and that's his mandatory. Okay. Okay. BK says fuck Top Rank though. They're not promoting this fight. Crawford should he can't disassociate himself with him, bro, because he signed an extension. So he's probably gonna be fighting on Top Rank until he retires. Because Crawford is already like 30 plus years old. I think 31 if I'm not mistaken. And Terrence Crawford is in his prime years, bro. Errol Spencer's only 29. So, you know, Errol got at least 5 to 6 more years left. A good 5 to 6 more years. Bud Crawford has a good 2 to 3 more years. Cause to me, when guys hit 35, 36, that's when they start to decline. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're on that quote unquote slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? So Crawford has at least two to 3 more years, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think Earl has a good 5 to 6 more years. What you think about that, Fula?
The thing is, and people are going to say I'm hating. They're going to be like, "Oh, you're just a hater" and stuff like that. Bud has shown everything already, you know. And the thing is I'm not trying to sound bad or anything, but he's kind of like a small welterweight, man. Like when I really look at the scheme of things. And so if he goes against like bigger welterweights, and I mean like just physically bigger, who can like push him around and stuff, that's gonna leave wear and tear on his body, you know, because I'm gonna be honest with you, even like when you get into a clinch with a fighter, that even takes some out of you, you know, always clinching.
Right.
That takes some out of you a lot of the time. So yeah, man, like I feel that, you know, I'm not saying he's on the decline. I think he has a few good years left. But the way he's fighting, man, I know he's like defensive and stuff like that, but he was still getting pretty touched versus Benavidez, you know, from what I saw. So what I'm saying is that like a person like Earl Spence, who really didn't get touched that much against Mikey Garcia and really hasn't had, I would say that his worst touch up was against Kell Brook. You know, he still is like there's he hasn't even arrived yet. That's the bottom line. He hasn't really even like broke the door down yet. So he's just like scratching the surface basically. So he has time, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he got plenty of time, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 29 years old, birthday just passed. So, like I said, he haven't even hit his peak. Terrence Crawford is at his peak. That's why I'm a little bit more harder on Crawford than I am Earl. But at the same time, we all hold them to the same expectations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I hold Earl the same way I hold Terrence the same exact way. Yeah, I want to see these guys fight.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have no mandatory, bro, technically you can do what you want. And Terrence Crawford has a mandatory. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he has a mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
So we probably all know who he's gonna fight next now. The Mean Machine.
The thing is this, man, and I'm gonna just be completely honest. Bob Arum does not feel like Terrence Crawford can beat some of these elite welterweights or the guys that they call elite. He doesn't want that Infinity Stone to leave the camp. Okay, and going against and going and going against and going against these elite welterweights, he risked that. He risked that belt leaving. And
Right.
in that belt leaving, he loses his bargaining power. And so therefore he doesn't want that to happen. You know, he won't say this, he won't straight out say this, but this is what it is, basically.
Mm-hmm.
If he had faith, he will put him against these guys. He doesn't have faith though. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. And I want to switch gears right quick, man. We're gonna get off Top Rank. You know,
Okay.
I just seen that article, and that was the first thing that came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
I see you, Wookie Wook. Salute everybody in the chat, LDBC New Media. Keep up that great content, my bros. Already, I see you, Rashawn Williams. Yeah, man. PBC did a face to face for Peterson. Yeah, they did a face to face for Peterson Olympians. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing, bro. But we gonna switch gears, man. Um, it's rumored that Bradham Adams is shopping himself. You know, he won the contender last season and whatnot. And it's rumored that Charlo is trying to fight him as well as Triple G. So we have the young lion stalking on somebody else's prey. And Brandon Adams is in a great position. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he could either fight on the zone or he could fight on Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what are your thoughts on that, man? And who would you like to see Brandon Adams fight next, and why? Charlo or Triple G?
Um, Shoot, that would because honestly, I would like to say Charlo because he needs to stay busy fight. You know,
Mm,
it would be a good stay busy fight for him. But at the same time, I would like Charlo to fight to get into a position so he can get a Canelo fight. And I don't think this guy would be able to get him into a position to get that fight, or just at least get a fight at a belt so he can have some bargaining room, because I have a feeling like with his career is getting like I won't say it's getting stalled out, but it's moving at a point where he has to make a move so people can really know his name. And I don't think fighting this guy is gonna do it. I understand it if it's a stay busy fight. I get it. As for Triple G, man, I just want Triple G to just leave the sport. That's how I feel.
He
You
not
know,
gonna leave, bro. He
at,
not, bro. We got him. We
at,
got him for at least 3 more years.
at this point, I really don't care who he fights unless it's gonna be a guy who's worth who's actually a good fighter, a guy who has some merit, a guy who has like would give him a tough fight. Other than that, I think he's just looking to like uh, take out this guy because he's green. He's still green, and he feels that it will be a easy, basically an easy touch up. You know, he probably feels like he can bulldoze this guy, so that's why he wants to fight him. That's how I feel. Who do you want to see him fight?
Yeah, KP from KC say signing the top rank is like signing the bad boy. Take that, take that. You understand me? Rashawn Williams say if he's smart, he will fight on Fox. Way better promotion, way more views. Craig Mack say, "What up, Lion? Checking in to hit the like button." You understand me? Already, man. I already showed the young lion some goddamn me brotherly love around this hoe. Smash the like button and this hoe for my brother. Already big bro. But yeah, man, this is my take on it, man. And I'm gonna say this, man. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Adams is a pretty good fighter. You know what I'm saying? He done sparred with a bunch of guys, man. You hear stories about Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just want to see him make the best decision for his career. You know what I'm saying? And personally, um, you gotta look at it two ways. You know what I'm saying? Fighters want, I think, in my opinion, since I've been blogging and covering boxing, I think fighters want two things, and that's legacy and money. You know what I'm saying? And the legacy fight, of course, would be, Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the up and coming young lion, the former champion. You know what I'm saying? If you want a dad to be great, of course you will fight him. You know what I'm saying? But you want to take probably the money road, you know what I'm saying, depending on even if technically we don't know how much he can offer, you know what I'm saying? But we just gonna theoretically say Triple G is gonna be the easier money fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I look at it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because I think fighters want either legacy or money, or they want both. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I
Yeah.
think the Triple G route would be, of course, the easy money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because Triple G is 34, 35. You know what I'm saying? However old he is, I know he up in age. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Coming off a loss and a draw. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he really ain't been on a momentum streak. Because I think
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys in boxing look at that like they really believe you only as good as your last fight type shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that's something to think about as well. And then if you look at Charlo, he coming off a tough fight with Korobov. Mine
Mm-hmm.
was fucked up. Jamil just lost. You know what I'm saying? So you got to weigh your options, bro. Like, and
Yeah.
see, and see Charlo, no motherfuckers been talking about the Korobov shit. I mean, even Jared Hurd came out and said that he felt like Jamel actually won against Tony Harrison, and Jamal lost to Korobov.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Jared
saying?
Hurd needs to shut his
So
ass up. Jared Hurd needs to shut his ass up. For real.
yeah, man, motherfuckers gonna ask, man, because that's the big money fight. You know what I'm saying? So he had to talk about it. So I'm not mad at him. But motherfuckers can feel however they feel. Let me read this chat right quick. Rashawn Williams says, "Does Boo Boo Andre have a fight lined up? Charlo should fight him." Jay Good says, "Salute, fellas." Rashawn Williams, to answer your question, Boo Boo does have a fight lined up. He's gonna fight Selecki.
Yeah,
The guy that just beat Rosado on Tevin Farmer undercard.
that
Okay.
Fighting in June. I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
He gonna so just look up Gabriel Rosado recent fight with Selecki. It's probably on YouTube by now. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the zone, because I don't have that shit no more. I canceled that shit. And yeah. So, anyways, he not gonna fight Charlo, bro. I'm just gonna take Boo Boo is not finna fight Charlo no time soon. You know what I'm saying? But Brandon Adams is in negotiations with the PBC and Team Charlo and whatnot, and they trying to get this fight for Charlo and Houston. You know what I'm saying? In a couple of more months in the summertime. And I'm with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, man, it's really all about what Mr. Adams is gonna do. I'm looking forward to seeing what his decision gonna be. I'm not gonna be mad either way. If he go with the Triple G route or Charlo route, man, because those are both good fights. But like I say, I feel like it's either legacy or money. So which one do you want? You know what I'm saying? I'm on my Pablo Escobar shit. You know what I'm saying? Which one do you want? You know what I'm saying? You know. But yeah, I see you, Jay Good. What's up, big bro? LDBC player. But yeah, man, you got anything else you want to say about 160 for our switch gears, man?
Yeah, man. The 160, basically, like the 160, it's like there's potential fights that can happen, but like certain people are holding up those fights. Like Triple G is one of them because he's not fighting anybody, you know, and because he's not fighting anybody, you know, it's just kind of all bad for the rest of the 150s. Like Triple G is holding out for a Canelo fight, you know. That's the only fight I think he wants at this point in time, you know.
Right.
So it's a good division, don't get me wrong, but you know, sometimes it gets stagnant, you know. It gets stagnant because there's certain people involved, you know. But that's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna just say this, dog. I'm gonna just say this, and if anybody in the chat got something to say about 160, drop it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Cause we about to change gears, man. It's a lot of shit that just came out on my timeline, so I want to talk about it. You understand? 160 could possibly be the glamour division in boxing if all these guys would just fight, man. You got the most for one, I'm gonna say this, you got the most popular, most paid guy at 160 being Canelo. And he's a Mexican. You know what I'm saying? You got that guy, you got one of the best boxers, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, amateur mythical god in Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? You got Danny Jacobs, grimy, rough, rugged BK fighter. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes feel like he beat Triple G. He still got Triple G. Eastern European, import, export. You know what I'm saying? And you got the young lion, Cholo. And you got Jared Hurd coming up possibly. You know what I'm saying? It's so much smoke at 160, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, what these guys, what these horsemen of the division get down. You know what I'm saying? And that's just where we need to get to the meat and the potatoes of this division. You know, this one of my favorite divisions, and I'm gonna watch 160 real closely, and I'm gonna be watching 154 because they got some young killers at 154 as well, like Money Powell. You know what I'm saying? But I wanna I wanna switch gears a little bit, man. It's a bunch of shit coming out. Let me see. Oh yeah, I want to talk about the champ. Shannon the Cannon, man. I seen an interesting article about him today as well on Boxing News. Shannon Briggs says he's set to go before the British Board of Control aims to secure a license to box in the UK. So the champ, it's the champ, Shannon the Cannon. You understand me? Shannon Briggs, man, the champ. You understand? He trying to get him a license in the UK, man. Think he trying to get at some of them UK some of them UK Ubers over there, man. Some of them young boys, man. I think he smell food. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get him a little, get him some of them pounds over there. Some of them pounds. He wants some of them pounds. Some of them some of them pounds from them young boys, man. What you think about that?
At the end of the day, I'm not really mad at him because of the simple fact that over there you got guys like Derek Chisora, you got guys like that who actually are like basically in wheelchairs already still fighting, you know? So with that being said, that's probably his best move, you know?
Oh yeah.
So with that being said, I mean, he doesn't necessarily even have to fight like a real fight. He can fight like a bunch of exhibition bouts over there, you know, and still be cool. So I mean, it's a good, I mean, I'm not mad at him, man. You know, because it's a different boxing culture over there than it is here. You know,
man,
so I can't be mad.
Listen, man, Shannon Briggs, dog. I'm glad he getting out the way. He finally being smart, and I say that to say, man, you're not around here trolling Wilder and talking shit, and you're not fucking with Big Baby and AJ and all this. You moving out the way. You finna go try to fight some of them loyalty guys in the UK, man. Try to fight a David Allen or you know what I'm saying? Dudes like that, bro. Like you can maybe you can fight one of these young killers over there. Daniel Dubois. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so. I'm not mad at you. You getting out the way. That's what you need to do. Go over there to the UK and try to get your bag up. Fight Tyson. Fight Huey Fury or Joseph Parker. One of them guys, man. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. You getting out the way because you got big boy business going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Just get out the way.
No, real talk, bro. Nah, real talk, dude. This is a good move for him. I mean, like honestly, like this is the best thing he can do.
What? Man.
I mean, because at the end of the day, I know he wants to like. I guess he feels like he wants to stay active or something like that. I mean, I don't know if he's fighting for money or anything like that, but
right.
Yeah, man. It's a good way for him to stay out the way, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For shit show. Well, another article dropped. I want to switch gears. We're gonna talk about everybody aiming for Pacquiao, and this is just in the news. It's rumored that with the weight coming off El Chino, he eyes Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying? And it's rumored that he's gunning for that fight as well. And it's also rumored that Pacquiao is not fighting Spence next. Will fight Thurman instead. And this is on Boxing News. You know what I'm saying? This shit just came out 20 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's from Mike Smith. He says Abner Morez has revealed that Manny Pacquiao will not be fighting Earl Spence next, but rather Keith one-time Thurman instead. You know what I'm saying? Morez says the 40-year-old Pacquiao wants no part of fighting unbeaten IBF welterweight champion Spence, 25-0 with 21 KOs, despite having agreed to fight him next. he says Morris says Pacquiao 61-7. You know what I'm saying? And 2 with 39 KOs will take on WBA Super World Welterweight Champion Thurman 29-0 with 22 KOs, which he feels will be an excellent fight and great style matchup for the former A Division World Champion from the Philippines. Okay. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna read the whole article, man, but this shit right here is crazy, bro. But all these guys are Iron Manny Pacquiao, and we told you we already told y'all what was gonna happen, man. I've been saying this shit. You know what I'm saying? These dudes want an easy bag, man. I'm telling you, man. They see Pacquiao and they see M's. They see food. That's what they see when they see Pacquiao, man. But instead of taking a fight that logically makes more business sense, you know what I'm saying? You won't do that for whatever reason. You rather fight Keith Thurman. And if Abner Morris says that, bro, he probably right, man, because he worked for Fox. Okay? He worked for them. So when I seen his name, that's what made me want to start reading a little bit of the article. You know what I'm saying? Because he works for them. And people talk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what the word is through the grapevines. It's gonna be Thurman, you know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be Earl Spence. But and like I'm not to be honest with you, I don't want Chino to just come through and pull a Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Chino to do that. I want Chino to fight. I want Chino to fight some of these black fighters. Don't just think that you just finna come up in here and pull a quick Tyson Fury and fight Pacquiao and skate back off to Argentina like you did with Mayweather. I'm keeping my eyes on Chino Maidana.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he supposed to be fighting Le Greco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm keeping my eyes on him. Because that motherfucker might try to come through and pull some slick shit, man. But let me read this chat, bro. What you think about it, man? Go ahead.
I already knew, like, from the body language with Manny Pacquiao that he didn't want no part suspense, because he even the way he answered, he was like, sure, yeah, we can fight, we can fight, sure. So I knew that he didn't want no part suspense. Another thing too about it is that the Pacquiao sweepstakes means that you get, like, obviously a good fighter on your resume, and you possibly get a pay-per-view action. Now Keith Thurman has never been on pay-per-view, so now what happens is, because he is fighting Pacquiao, that automatically becomes a pay-per-view fight. And so that's what these fighters are looking at. They're looking at the pay-per-view buy bags, and they're just looking at the build-up and the venue that comes with it, So that's why there's so many people in the Pacquiao sweepstakes. But this could be a blessing in disguise, for the simple fact that it is rumored, I don't know how true it is, but it's rumored that Earl Spence and No Smoke Time Sean Porter are in negotiations for fighting. I don't know how true it is, so.
Nah, it's very true, my brother. It's already been reported.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's still a good fight. That's still a very good fight.
Exactly.
Good fight. So I'm not mad at that fight at all.
Nah, me neither, bro. I'm not mad at it neither. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why. Because either way it goes, man. Like I said last night on my brother channel, man, when I was in my bag, in my zone. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Terrence Crawford and Earl at the end of the road for unification. Now, if Manny Pacquiao takes the Keith Thurman route, which I'm pretty sure he's going to do because that's a more stylistically better fight for him, and he could possibly beat Keith Thurman based on what I seen from Keith Thurman versus Josesito Lopez. But I really think Keith is going to get up for this Pacquiao fight. So until every I gotta see. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a tricky one with that one. You know what I'm saying? But Pacquiao can definitely beat Keith Thurman. This Keith Thurman, of course. You know what I'm saying? I think the Pacquiao that fought Broner could have beat that Keith Thurman that fought Lopez.
Yeah.
And he probably could have stopped that nigga because he rocked Broner, and that's not an easy task because Broner is tough as shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Broner got a chin. You know what I'm saying? Only other person I ever seen hurt Broner on camera is Madonna.
Yeah.
Now we all heard the rumors about what Earl did, but it's no tape. We can't prove it. It's just word. You know what I'm saying? Word of mouth. You feel me? So when Pacquiao did that to Broner, I'm like, damn. He still got smoke. He still got a little death magic, like my brother X say. He still got a little death magic in them hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I think him versus Keith Thurman, bro, is a pretty cool fight. Hey, legendary, I sent you a link too, bro. If you want to jump on, I don't know if you're on the road, but Kevin Stenhouse says salute 503 panel. Yeah, man. Jay Good say Chino needs to fight a lion. Hell, go fight Ennis or Broner. Yeah, man. You're right, big bro. Jay Good. I'm saying that I want to see Maidana fight some of these young lions, these young black fighters. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad if he, try to go after the big money fights. But give these other guys a chance, bro. You know what I'm saying? You had 3 years off. You know what I'm saying? So you haven't been really taking damage unless you ain't been taking care of your body. And from the looks of it, you wasn't taking care of your body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, man.
But I think just being eating unhealthy is less damaging than taking punishment in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So I know you still, you know what I'm saying, you had a little bit of a layoff, so you real rusty right now. But I don't want to see McDonough just come in here and just get a bag and dip back out. You know what I'm saying? Now, man, fight some of these guys, man. Fight a Earl Spence or a Jerron Ennis, or give Adrian Broner a rematch like Jay Good say. You know what I'm saying? That's Broner say he ready. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'll watch the fight. You know what I'm saying? It'll be interesting. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's still a good fight. I really want to see you fight Jerron Ennis. He say no, not Broner. He don't need another Broner fight. That's the Fury route you referring to. Fight a lion, you a G, Chino. Yeah, man, you gotta be a G. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you came in. That's the way you gonna go out. You know what I'm saying? Just don't. Oh yeah, he fight Jerron Ennis, man. Shit, that nigga gonna be a G in my book for life. You know what I'm saying? You fight that young killer shit.
The thing is about Devon Ennis, we see the skill, we see the footwork, we see the flair, we see the special effects, but
against what opposition do we see those things? We need to see that against like a real tough guy. Then we can be like, okay, yeah, definitely, this guy is the future. You know, we can still see it, but we just need to see those special effects against a guy who, you know, is used to those special effects. That's all I'm saying about him.
Nah, you right, bro.
Yeah.
You right. You right, man. Shit, I damn sure wanna see this kid fight somebody with a name, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think Maidana has the perfect name for him to get. I think that'll be a great fight for Jerron. And as Kevin Stenhouse says, Broner has turned into a tune-up journeyman. Nah, I don't think Broner is a tune-up. Now, I kind of agree with you more on the journeyman tip, but he not a tune-up. You know what I'm saying? AB can still beat you. If you're not an aggressive, come forward, ambush type of fighter, he can beat you. If you more of a boxer, slick, you know what I'm saying, counter puncher type fighter, he can beat you. Adrian Brown, the problem is he just don't let his hands go enough. But he throw punches, but he's very, very selective on how he throw. You know what I'm saying? Because for whatever reason, he likes to admire his punches. You know what I'm saying? So he's very selective on how he throws his shots, man. But I don't think he'll tune up, man. But you know, I feel you. I feel you. What you getting at, Kevin? But I don't think he'll tune up. He most definitely a journeyman. You know what I'm saying? He can fight any one of these young boys too. At this point, you know what I'm saying? He don't have to keep getting title shots. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he headed down that route. I think Broner probably is gonna fight with the way things is looking. Because I don't see him moving back down to 140. It's too many lions at 140. You know what I'm saying? Jay Good says, to me, it seems like with everyone wanting a Manny bag, it gives a false sense of importance. Yeah, man, you're right. He says, as if Manny is running the division. He's not. He's running from Lions also. Yeah. Exactly. All these guys is ducking. But like I said, if everything goes the way it needs to go, it'll be Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence at the end of the road for undisputed. You just gotta. I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be the key, cause I think Sean Porter gonna take the fight with Earl in June for that unification. You just gotta get that WBA belt. That's gonna be like my brother say, that's gonna be the hardest infinity stone to get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the hardest one, bro.
Absolutely.
Cause Terrence Crawford is gonna sell his. He ain't gonna have no choice. He gonna have to put his shit on the line at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I think he will do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just when Scam Daddy gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what it comes down to, you know. That
Kevin, I'm gonna let you answer this, Fuller. Kevin Stenhouse says, if Thurman don't fight Pacquiao, then who would he fight next?
Who, Keith Thurman?
Yeah, Thurman.
Keith Thurman. I don't know. Adrian Broner said F Keith Thurman, so I don't know if they want to go at it. But that was, I heard that was in the loops. You know, I heard that was in like kind of like in the chatter. You know, him fighting Adrian Broner. I also heard him fighting. Who else was there in the mix? I forgot. There was another dude in the mix too. But I can see him fighting Adrian Broner because that's the easiest fight to make. Same stable, same advisor. You know, Adrian Broner can be a pay-per-view. So he has to gift the gab, and that's just the reality. Adrian Broner has to gift the gab. So, People like to pay for that, man. For real.
Yeah. Jay Good says, man, I'm keeping my fingers crossed on the Porters. I still feel they duck and dodge somehow. Though it will be hard to pass up an EJ bag. And there you go, my brother. You said it. You said it, big bro. Like it's gonna be hard to pass up on that bag, man. Listen.
Because the bag got bigger. The bag
Yes,
got bigger.
yes. Sean Porter. Sean Porter is smart, man. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter didn't solidify himself, bro. He didn't fought all of the top guys at welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter been doing his thing, man, since he beat Devin Alexander. In my opinion, he was, to be honest, he was the first guy to beat Paulie, and out of the crew, man, because they passed Paulie around like a, you know what I'm saying, like a backwood or something, or a bottle of Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? They passed that boy around. You know what I'm saying? Just like how they did Robert the Ghost Guerrero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Sean Porter is probably the most solidified welterweight in the PBC stable because he has one of the best resumes.
That's
You know
what
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he has coward tactics like Keith Thurman and stuff like that. But if we go
that's because he's smart. He's smart. He's
Yeah.
smart. He rather lose to Earl Spence and get a payday
Yeah.
than lose to Keith Thurman again and get nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of them ones that fell in the building. Why go on? One of them ones.
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
You that one of them ones? Brixton, Rude boy. Okay, I don't know. He ain't saying nothing, but yeah. Okay. His shit probably be fucked up. Let's see. Okay, I see you, La La D. What's up? What's up?
What about y'all? Any happenings in the heavyweight division?
Not of recent news. I had spoke on it. I spoke on it last night, man. Bob Arum trying to steal Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I can hear you now, bro.
Oh yeah, big up, man. Thanks for shooting that link, man. Big up my brothers Fulo and 503, man.
Big up, Wagwan. So
Yeah.
I got Brixton Brew Boy in here. So I wanna know how do you feel about Shannon Briggs trying to get his UK license, man? Cause it's yeah, he trying to get his UK license to come over there and fight.
What kind of UK license is he trying to get?
A boxing license.
A boxing license to box in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
For what? Like, what's he trying to? What does he see?
He want to get some of them. He want to get some of them pounds, man, from them young boys over there, man.
He wants to beat up some of these UK guys. Okay, yeah. That's a good look, man. You know what I mean? An American coming over. You know, he talks slick as well. That's a good look for UK boxing. You know what I mean? That's going to cause a little bit of hype, but I can't see it as a money move because, you know, if you're serious about making money, you don't need to come to the UK for that. You know, you've got everything that you need in America. You know what I mean? So, or unless he maybe sees it as there's a lot more UK heavyweight names that he wants to beat up as opposed to America. You know, because you guys have got Brazil, Dylan White, and that's pretty much it. Do you know what I mean? So maybe he's looking at it like from that point of view. But yeah, as I say, on the domestic scene, that would be a good thing if he can embed himself into the boxing landscape of the UK, and if he keeps active, and if he's promoted right, you know, he could make an impact.
Okay.
Because you've got we've got a lot of We've got a lot of heavyweights over here. I don't really rate none of them, to be honest. You've got Dubois, you've got who else have you got? Joe Joyce, Dillian
Right.
White, Chisora, all these guys. I don't. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of guys over here that you can fight, I suppose.
Oh yeah, Lala D. I picked Peterson in that fight, so I had to eat crow.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lala D's in the chat. Let me go and have a look at the chat. See, Lala
yeah.
D tried
She
coming
told
in
you
and
what's
putting
up.
this.
She said what's up too, bro. I'm,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
getting
I was
I'm
about
getting
to
I'm
say.
getting some feedback, man.
Oh, hold on, that might be me. All
Yeah.
right, yeah, there. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I might have to get plane tickets. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a private joke between us. Don't make me have to get plane tickets, La La D. You know what I mean? I have to get off. I'll come to JFK.
Okay, man.
Come to Dallas.
I want to get your thoughts on what me and Fula been cooking for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We came on like at 12 something. We've been on for almost an hour, but what's your thoughts on Bob Arum's recent statements as towards um he says that Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko isn't 50-50 anymore because of Mikey losing to Earl Spence. Um I honestly thought it was a ducking tactic to try to not make the Garcia fight next. How do you feel about it?
I think it's a 50-50 fight. My personal opinion is that I believe it's a 50-50 fight in terms of the finances and to whoever's going to win that. I think Bob Arum is just doing what Bob Arum should be doing. That's what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be getting the best rate for his fighters and giving the opponent as little as possible. So he's just doing what a promoter would do, looking out for his fighters' interest. I think it's bullshit personally, because I just want to see that fight. I want to see Mikey Garcia fight Lomachenko. I don't have an invested stock in either. I don't know how that fight would go down. I don't know what Mikey would look like at 135. I don't know what Lomachenko would look like at 135 right now because he's had that shoulder surgery and he looked a little shaky in his last fight. So
Right.
I don't really have too much of a hardcore opinion on that. That's always going to happen in boxing, whether it's Bob Arum or
And
Spatula Man or Eddie Hearn.
yeah, and they got Lomachenko fighting on Friday night fights on ESPN too. Um, so he will be fighting April the 12th against
Yeah.
Crowler. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's gonna be dry for like a couple of more weeks, man. So some of these live streams might, we might go on the deep end. I'm letting y'all know right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think we have no good fights this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we definitely
I guess
gonna be getting.
um, I don't really care for this fight, but Ryan Garcia fighting this weekend, But
Oh,
I don't really care for it. But he fighting someone this weekend. Ryan Garcia is.
Okay. Yeah. So this weekend, Ryan Garcia's first is fighting Jose Lopez. Um, he's 20-3. I don't know who he is, but that's in there. There's another guy that I'm looking out for this weekend by the name of Conceição. He's under Bob Arum's Top Rank promotion as well. Um, he's fundamentally flawed, and he's a good fighter, but he's just got some very obvious flaws about him. But you might want to look out for him. He was an Olympic gold medalist. He's fighting on. I believe it's on Saturday or Sunday. Conceição. He
yeah,
fights at the 130 pound weight division, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. This weekend.
yeah. No. You got some fights over there in the UK, man. Y'all keep it cracking over there. You got
Yeah, I
you got you
didn't.
got Smith versus Eggington. You got Price versus Ali. Flower versus Fitzgerald. Hughes versus David Jr.
Flower.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the machine, right?
It's
Fowler?
Fowler and Anthony Fowler.
Fowler? Okay. Yeah, that's the machine.
Yeah,
They call him the machine, right?
yeah, yeah.
He fight at 160. I know Anthony Fowler. I follow him on the ground. That boy
Okay,
be
yeah.
that boy be, he be getting
In
some
Liverpool.
yeah, this gonna be in Liverpool. That boy he be knocking them boys out, man. I mean, I know he really ain't fighting nobody, but he be getting some good knockouts. I like him.
Yeah,
I want to see is Eddie Hearn gonna throw him in there with the Lions at 160. Because I watch everything at 160, so I know about Fowler. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, this UK card that we've got going on, I don't.
It's up.
Yeah, it's very domestic. That's why I didn't even bring it up to you guys. It's not really work. I mean, if you're a hardcore boxing fan and you just want to watch boxing, then of course, there's this.
Man, come on, Wagwan, blood. Come on, blood.
Bro, for you killing me, man.
I've been watching the intent, man. I'm on my
Oh shit, you been watching
yeah,
the internet?
yeah.
What, number one or number two?
I watched both of them. I watched number two not too long ago, man. It was pretty dope, man. Them boys went to Jamaica and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's fucked up how they did my boy, blood. They
Hey,
fucked
you
up.
know what? I gotta rate 503 because you do know a lot about the London culture a little bit. You know, what I mean, you seen that what's it called? What's that one that you seen? The other series it
Peaky
was only on
Blinders?
Netflix. What's that?
Peaky Blinders?
No, not even that. It was the so-called London Wire. What was it called?
Dope
The
Boy?
one with that's it. Top Boy. Yeah, you seen Top
Top Boy.
Boy and
Top Boy, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, them guys there. I'm surprised. You know what I mean? I wasn't really expecting any of because
Bro,
America's such a big,
when you got
you know.
when you got Netflix, bro, you learn a lot, man. In it. You learn a lot in it. Yes, sir. I was watching I was watching this other show, man, about Europe called it's called Sex Education, man. And I didn't know, man, that y'all say shagged.
Oh, right.
That's y'all word for getting busy. Shagging. You shagging? You shagging, mate? You shagging? I was like, what?
Yeah, you see what it is, right? I see what it is, and this is for the American audience because a lot of I've been to America, and a lot of Americans seem to think that when you get off the plane to the UK, everything just turns to black and white, and everyone's running around singing Mary Poppins and drinking tea with the Queen and all of that. It ain't that. You see what it is in London, right? In London, there's so many different cultures and accents, right?
Mm-hmm.
That term there, shagging, it's a Cockney term. You understand? It's a Cockney term. So Cockneys are the ones that talk like I can't even give you an example, but it's like it's a very sort of a white working class kind of accent. So they will use terms like shagging. That's that. Yeah, that's it. Who's that in the chat? Lala. See, Lala D's been to London as well. You know what I mean? She's come to South London. She's been to Camberwell and all of that. So yeah, this is Austin Powers. If you see that film there, Austin Powers, he mentions shagging and all of that. But it's not really something that I kind of use myself. But yeah, it's definitely is it a London term? It's probably a UK thing, actually. I'd say it's probably more of a UK thing.
I would just say it's like a European foreign term. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all Ebonics. You know what I'm saying?
No. It ain't no. No. It ain't no European thing, man. Listen, with Europe here, Europe is countries. They're individual countries. Like we don't see ourselves as similar to France or Spain. They're complete different countries. So in fact, this country is looking to come out of the European Union. You know what I mean? So when we just see ourselves as British, that's it. Like we're British, you're French. You know what I mean? Them French, they got their own culture. The brothers in France, they get it in as well. You know what I mean? They're doing their thing as well. They speak French, obviously. But yeah, when you say Europe, that don't
you speak French?
No. I don't speak. I used to.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've been there, and the brothers over there, they're doing their thing as well. You know.
French.
Oh, okay, damn, fool. That's what's up.
Yeah, of course,
I don't like to speak
Fuller
French,
speaks
but
French.
but I don't. But I speak French, and I also speak a little bit of Portuguese too. But I hate both languages. You know, but
Look at
they're
Fuller
needed.
stunning. Look at him stunning.
Nigga
Yeah,
say
I don't
hate
even
both
like.
languages.
To be honest, though, bro, I don't even like the language of English. Like I really, I feel that if you speak a certain language, like you almost kind of think in that language too. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I dislike. That's what that's why I really dislike. Because
Look at that.
I'm sorry to say, but these languages will remind me of colonialism, bro. That's
Oh
just
yeah,
why I don't
absolutely.
like them. That's why I don't like them, bro.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you one thing, Fuller. One sec, let me look at Lala D. She's taking shots at me, She said 503, one can't shag anybody. Okay, okay. Yeah, I like that. But yo, Fuller, back to what you were saying there. I hear what you're saying because you know what's even sad as well is when you've got these countries like Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, and these there you'll see and Angola, you'll see like Portuguese, English as the national language. You understand? That's a disrespect. The national language is English. You know what I mean? And these countries have got their own native tongues, their own native languages that the majority of the country speak. English is more time a second language. It's only spoken in the major cities. So when you've got these African nations and they've got these European colonial languages as their first languages. I mean, of course, there is some practicality to it because, English is a world class business language in terms of aviation and business and that kind of thing. It's important to know English, French, and Spanish if you want to do international business. But at the same time, you go to these places and they're talking about your English is the national language. And furthermore, the other thing that I don't like about Ghana in particular is because of the heavy influence of colonialism by the British Empire. The court systems. I don't know if you noticed, but in the UK they wear wigs. In the
Yeah, I
barristers
noticed
wear
that.
wigs.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, they wear blonde wigs.
Yeah,
Yeah, have you seen that 503?
yeah,
All right, yeah. So in Ghana they do the same thing. So when you see a black man wearing a blonde wig, trying to, it don't sit well with me. It don't sit well with me at all.
yeah. Um, it's the same thing with Latin America, Tainos, and Caribs and Arawak Indians. They had their own languages, but of course, when Spanish came, they that ran out the languages, and then the African slaves brought over. They had their own languages too, and unfortunately, with Latin America, it's like now a colonialism never really got past them either because uh, I've talked to many Dominican people who told me like, yeah, I can't bring and it's not just Dominicans, it's like different ones, Venezuelans included. They tell me, yeah, if I were to bring you home, they would tell me like, why not bring a gringo home? Why not bring a Blanco home? Better the race. So they have the same issues. They're going through the
Yeah,
same thing that we're going through,
yeah.
because of the change of colonialism, you know.
It's very sad, man. It's very sad in some of these Latin countries, especially the DR, especially the DR.
Yeah.
Their history is African. No matter they, no, you can run as much as you can, as much as you think you can run from your African history, but you're never going to get rid of that African DNA. And a lot of them Dominican Republic, DR people, like they do everything to try and distance themselves from being um, a descendant of Africans or their blackness. You know what I mean? They they'll even say stupid. And you know what? I'm not even gonna front. Even Jamaicans, I've heard some
No,
stupid
no,
Jamaicans.
no. Even it's sad to say, but I've talked to American blacks over here who say like, yeah, you're too dark. They said this to me. They said like, nah, you're kind of too dark. I'm like, okay, bro, really, bro? Like, yeah, I mean, uh, and a lot of them will say, oh, I'm light skinned because some of them, not all of them, but some of them will say, you know, I'm light skinned because some of my ancestors were European and this, that, and the other, and they'll say that proudly as if like that happened by choice, but really it was by force. So I'm like, you know, it's all bad. And I'm just saying, Black people around the world, not just in Africa, not just in certain places, Black people around the world suffer from colonialism and those kind of things, man.
Yeah, everybody
It's a
suffers
worldwide
from
thing.
colonialisms in their own unique way. And the one thing that disturbs me a lot about, because you know I've got links to the Caribbean and that, right? The one thing that disturbs me a lot is when I see American Jamaicans. It always seems to be American Jamaicans as well. Is when they say stupid stuff like "I ain't black, I'm Jamaican," like as if Jamaican is a race. You know what I mean? They do stupid stuff like that. I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah,
It
bro.
must be a New York thing or something. I don't know, but you know,
Yeah.
it's dumb. So I ain't black, you know. I'm not black. I'm Jamaican. What the fuck
Yeah,
is that?
nah, even here myself, one Black American was like, "Oh, you're not black. You're a special kind of Negro." I'm like, "Okay, what do you mean by that?" You know, he's like, "Oh, because of your hair, because of your nose, your eyes, and your features. Yeah, we can tell you're a special kind of Negro." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm black. At the end of the day, you know, it doesn't matter where I come from. People need to get. People need to realize there's a difference between ethnicity and also nationality. Nationality and ethnicity are two different things, bro. So that's why people need to like step out of it, man.
And you know what? I just want to say this thing as well, right? Because there's another dimension to this. When I say that some of these people from the DR and Jamaica in particular, when I call them stupid for thinking that you know, that that they're Jamaican and they're not black. A lot of these people, they're saying it out of pure ignorance. They're not saying it out of, you know, any intellectual understanding. But technically speaking, like the term black is is a manifestation of the white man and slavery and race. There is no technically there is no black, right? Before prior to slavery, you know, we weren't running around in Africa calling each other black. We refer to each other as if you're Yoruba, you're a Hausa, you're an Ashanti, you're whatever tribe you are. There was no such thing as black. We didn't see ourselves as we didn't have that contrast to recognize, if you like. It was because of slavery that this whole black and white thing started. So technically,
Yeah,
if you're coming at it from that point of view, when you know some people say, "Oh, I ain't black. I'm a whatever tribe or whatever." Yeah, I can understand that. But in
yeah,
the context of this reality that we live in the West, yeah,
yeah,
that it does mean something. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, it does mean something. You try and get a job or you try and get some sort of housing in the
mm-hmm.
West and then come with that, oh, I'm not black, I'm a this and that. It's not gonna work. You know what I mean? It's
No,
just
it's
the
not gonna
reality of
work.
what we live in right
No,
now.
no, it's not gonna work. Even
Hey,
you know, go ahead.
uh, I wanna I just seen something interesting.
Boxing news.
Yeah, yeah, but go ahead, go ahead and say what you was
Nah,
about to
nah,
say,
nah,
bro.
nah. Let's get to the boxing news because I don't want you to get. You know how
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
want you
yeah,
to
yeah.
get pinned, man. I was about to say, let's go back to the boxing.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
you must was finna say something crazy then. Uh,
yeah.
this nigga fool crazy. Now I just seen this. I just seen something interesting, man, and I want to share it with everybody, man. You asked me about the heavyweight, so I went and
Yeah.
found something interesting, and this was posted on BoxingScene.com. Espinoza says Wilder will be criticized less if people knew his purse. You know what I'm saying? Basically, man, the article is about, man, because I was reading while you guys was talking. Uh,
Hmm.
it's basically about Wilder's financial situation, man, and
Yeah.
Espinoza knows that Wilder is due compensation, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't about being loyal, taking less money, man. So he just want people to know, man, that this guy is getting taken care of, and to sum it all up, man, this guy is free to do whatever he want to do after the Brazil fight, man. He hasn't signed no long-term deal to Showtime. You know what I'm saying? So he's not ducking Anthony Joshua.
There's a lot of back end money, bro. There's a lot of back end money that we don't know about, dude. A lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of perks that he gets, man. I'm gonna tell you something too, though. I read something. This is I think this is, I don't know how true this is, but this was on not on Boxing Scene, but this was on the Boxing Voice. They said that Deontay Klitschko is definitely returning. That's what they said.
Right. Yeah, he going to the zone. He going to the zone, bro. I'm telling you right now. He going to the zone. You know what I'm saying? And it's something very, very interesting in this article. Keith Iddick said, you know what I'm saying? He said if we did, if we did, I think he probably received less criticism. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to publicize all the financial arrangements. You know what I'm saying? But if people really knew how much Wilder was getting for the Showtime thing, man, you wouldn't really have nothing bad to say. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them UK fanboys, no disrespect, Wagwan, but a lot of them dudes is they reaching, bro. They're reaching.
What did he say Wilder's getting?
Don't nobody know, but he said if it was publicized, dudes would be less critical of him.
To be honest with you, I'm not into this whole checking people's pockets thing.
I'm not either.
I'm saying, bro.
I'm not.
Why are people not? These are just for the fans. Why are you interested what that fighter is making, bro?
Right.
Like seriously, like what do you care about? What kind of salary an athlete is getting? You know, that's why I don't. You watch sports to be entertained. You don't want to watch sports to, oh, so and so is making this much money for this, that, and the other. Who cares? The only reason, okay, this is the only reason why you would care. What a fighter is making or what an athlete is making. The only reason why you would care what an athlete is making is if you have a son that you see him in the future becoming an athlete and you're thinking, okay, I can put him in this sport and this is going to really set me up, okay? Because at the end of the day, if they have the talent, you're gonna basically build on that talent, you know? And so that's the only reason why I would think you would care. But I don't know why these guys care, you know? Like these guys be like, oh, Anthony Joshua is making $30 million a fight. What is Deontay Wilder making a fight?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Really?
It does frustrate me because it's kind of like I've heard a lot of things, right? And it pisses me off because it's kind of like if you're negotiating or whatever, and listen, if somebody came to me and says, hey, check this out. I'm going to give you $1 trillion to do ABC. As long as it's not nothing gay or it's going to compromise my character, hey, I'm all for it, right? But if somebody came to me and said, I'm giving you $1 trillion to do this or do that, I'm not going to then say, okay, yeah, but what's the boss getting? You know what I mean? Because if the boss is getting $200 trillion, then I ain't cool with that. Like, what? Just worry about your own pockets. You know what I mean? All this, I don't even know where this has all come from. This whole, how much these fighters are getting thing. I don't even know where it comes from. Maybe it's a Mayweather thing. Maybe it's a Mayweather thing. Because
I'm gonna tell you where a lot of it come from. It come from the fanboys protecting their fighter on both sides of the pond. You know what I'm saying? Guys do it for Anthony
Yeah.
Joshua. You know what I'm saying? They did it for Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? They do it for Spence. They do it for Pacquiao. You know, I just I look into it because you know it's a part of blogging. And I like I say, I don't really care about the money. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how much these dudes make. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is that people are simply labeling Deontay Wilder a ducker because he didn't take whatever the zone gave him. You know what I'm saying? So
Listen, man.
that's why I'm talking about it.
Listen,
Yeah,
man. I'm gonna tell you something about that whole DAZN thing, and I wish people would just get this through their head. They don't have $100 million to give Deontay Wilder. They don't even have 1 million subscribers. Okay, so what makes you think they are going to be able to offer him that kind of money? You know, they don't have the subscriber base to do that. You need views equal money. Okay.
But you know what it is, Fuller? I think what it is with that, I don't know much about that DAZN thing, but one thing I can tell you is that I think they've got seed money and they're backed by a billionaire and hedge funds and that kind of thing. So they've got money.
Perform Group is the conglomerate that holds on the money.
But guess
for
what?
DAZN.
But guess what? I'm pretty sure they're looking at these numbers right now and they're going to be like, I'm cool. You know, I'm done investing in this product. You know, that's what's going to happen. And that's what is happening. That's why they put that Chisora Dillian White fight on Showtime. Because they
no, I disagree with that, Fula. They put that on Showtime because they knew that was going to entice the American public. Derek Chisora and Parker, it's not going to add subscriptions to the American subscribers for DAZN. And keep in mind, DAZN is not available to the UK.
Okay,
yeah, it's not available.
Yeah,
not even for
they paying for pay-per-view through Sky Sports for
yeah, exactly. You correct about that.
But it's a different market in the UK. Like the Chisora, I understand he's not big over there in America, and quite rightfully so. But over here, it's different, isn't it? You know, we've got the backstory and all of that, so you know, it's pay-per-view worthy over here.
They need to let me run the DAZN. I mean, I'll be an entrepreneur when it comes to that thing. I would turn, please, if I ran the DAZN, you would see a whole different, you would see a revolution, basically. It would be everything would be turned upside down in that thing. There definitely would be a television channel, for sure. That's definitely the first thing I would have to do, you know, because you can't market. Not everybody uses YouTube, bro. Even if it's on your phone, even if it's on your tablet, not everybody is a YouTube user.
But I think we're kind of missing the boat here. We're thinking that there's going to be instant gratification and instant success with this app. A lot of these startup companies and startup apps, they got to take major losses before they start coming up in the black. You dig?
No, but guess what?
And this is relatively a new type of innovation that's being put forth to sports fans. So it's gonna take a time for people to react and catch on to that ideal, because we have knuckleheads saying nah DAZN this and that, and then you got the segment of public that don't like DAZN because it's associated with that fuckboy Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've got to agree. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm gonna let you cook on this after this, fool. The only way that DAZN is gonna survive, man, if they co-promote with other networks. That's the only way. Now they didn't already hike the prices up to $20 a month. You know what I'm saying? And it's like $240 a year. Or you can either pay the $100 for the 1 year subscription. Now,
but wait, 503. Let me ask you something, right?
What?
Right. That it's $100 for the whole year, right? And with Showtime, you still have to pay for Showtime, right? I believe it's $5 a month for Showtime.
No, it's $10 a month for Showtime.
Okay, $10 a month. So straight away, it already costs more than DAZN. Now you could argue that Showtime's got better fighters than DAZN, which is
Of course,
valid
of
point.
course.
But
The
but then
zone. No. You mean the zone is more than Showtime now?
no. If you pay £100 up front, it's cheaper than Showtime. If you pay the £100 up front, it's cheaper than Showtime. If you just pay the 19.99, then it's more expensive. So it depends on how if you're a grown man, you ain't got $100, then I don't know, man. You got bigger problems than that. But
I mean,
on
to
top
be
of
real, the way people lifestyle over here, people are living check to check. Ain't nobody paying $100 up front. You know what I mean, for the whole year. They're paying
yeah, but
that.
okay, hold on,
They're
old
paying their
fella, one
monthly
second.
subscription.
Well, once check this out, though, old fella, right? Because as well as you've got the $10 that you're paying for Showtime, right? How about the pay-per-views that are $75? Where are people getting the money to pay for that all of a sudden?
I'm gonna tell you what we do over here. When you have a fight party,
this is where you're confused to throw that. Yeah, it's $75. Y'all realize that the fight party is essential. You know what I mean? It's something that's regular and frequent over here in North America. Whether you in the United States or whether you in Canada, you having a fight party for pay-per-view events. Ain't nobody buying a pay-per-view to
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the same here.
you breaking up, fella. Like when
sit at their house by themselves, like 5 to 10 other people that you watching it with, and you breaking that and you splitting that up. So it works out to be probably you paying $10 to $15 per person on a pay-per-view. So it doesn't work out to be yeah, you're paying a Showtime subscription, monthly subscription. On top of that, a $75 pay-per-view, because you splitting that with your man them, with your family them. You know what I mean? So that's
right.
what it is. People want to make it seem like, yeah, it's just you're incurring all that cost onto yourself. Nah, man. When I watched the Tyson Fury Wilder, you know what I mean? That was family members I was watching it with. You know, dig? Money's got, well, true. I footed the bill, but in most cases, money gets split. The bill gets split between folks in the household. If you have your man and your friends, them, you know what I mean, come over, you're splitting that because it's a fight party, and that's how it
Yeah.
goes. That's how we roll over here.
Wait, old fella, let me tell you something straight up. Yeah, that whole concept of the fight party, we do the same thing in the UK. So you don't need to go too deep into that. Like, we know what a fight party is. We do the same thing.
Okay.
We pay 20 pounds. So you can imagine how cheap that is when you've got, like, I watched the Joshua and Povetkin fight. There was 15 man. You know what I mean? 15 man watching that fight. So you can do the math. So yeah, we get the concept.
Yeah, that's more money for Bud and Brew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So when you're talking about Chisora and Parker being pay-per-view, we don't give a fuck about that, bruh. You know what I mean? You can watch that in a pub. You can go to a bar. You can go to a pub. You can even flipping go to any other social place. They will have that on the big screen in any pub. You ain't even got to pay nothing. All you got to do is buy drinks. But, with me, when I do fight parties and that, there's usually about 10 of us. If not, there's 10 to 15 of us. So we don't give a fuck about, Big Baby Miller and AJD pay-per-view or whatever. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you can't discredit the fact that some people will just buy that pay-per-view to watch themselves. Some people.
Yes, yeah. If you have that residual money out there, it's nothing for somebody to just, you know what I mean, throw $75 on a pay-per-view for themselves. You know, dig? But when you make the argument that the zone is more affordable and more cost efficient, that's arguable. You know what I mean? It might be a little bit more affordable, but is it as convenient? You know what I mean? Is it readily in our mind? You know what I mean? Because other than that, like, the zone is a great app if you live in Germany, because you're afforded to so many sports. You know what I mean? So many top notch, not only just world sports, American sports as well. They get NBA on demand. They get the NFL. You know, they get the MLB. But when you in the States, you don't get none of that. You don't get none of that.
May I say something?
Go ahead, bro.
The thing is, you mentioned that.
What you was saying, Fula? You mentioned what?
No. The thing is, I feel like you mentioned that DAZN, like people don't want to give it time because of the people, like because of like who's behind DAZN, like the Eddie Hearn and stuff like that. But here's the thing, man. The concept works right away for certain things. YouTube kind of set the standard, right? Because with YouTube, you can just type in something, boom, you got it. You know, most of the time it can come to movies and stuff like that. Like with YouTube, you had you can even pay for movies on YouTube, like $1.99, $3.99, $4.99. You can watch a movie on YouTube, no problem. Netflix just built off of that, okay? And guess what? It was successful. Hulu built off of that. It was successful. And it was like instant success. They didn't really take any losses.
Yeah, no. It wasn't instant success. That's when you're wrong. Netflix almost went under before they got up.
Yeah, that's true. Netflix, they didn't just do it, and yeah, I agree with
Okay.
They almost went under.
You corrected me then. You corrected me on that. But the thing is if you're gonna take a concept and really run with it, you have to offer more than just one thing. That's the whole thing. You can't
agree.
But to be fair though, they do though, don't they?
Huh?
But to be fair though, they do, because you've got the UFC. What we can complain about, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I ain't seen this on. I've never seen it, but the content is severely lacking in the zone. But
the content is severely lacking for the American fan, bro. The American fan is the most. They have the most, you know what I mean, compared to anybody else, you know what I mean, whether you Canadian or whether you from the UK, there's so much more variety available to the American fan with regards to sports than there is anywhere else in the world. So therefore, the zone platform for America should have the most variety, but it doesn't. It's the most limited. So how does the zone expect the American fan to double up on the cost and buy the subscription when they offer less than every other, less than Germany DAZN, less than Canadian DAZN, less than Austria, less than Japan? That don't make no fucking sense, bro. That's where the zone is in the wrong, and they need to shape up and add some more content.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you're taking a European thing and then putting it in an American market.
Right.
You know, the thing is, look, with beIN Sports, the reason why beIN Sports is successful is because they had a niche. There was a niche that needed to be filled. Look, it's hard to get European soccer games because ESPN don't really show them. NBC Sports do show them, but you know, yes, NBC Sports does show English Premiership.
But it depends on the demand as well in America for that.
No, but beIN Sports, it shows all of that. It shows the Spanish league, it shows the German league, it shows the French league, it shows different sports as well. They found a niche and it was able to be filled, therefore it's successful. The zone was going into something where the niche is already filled. We already have PBC. We already had Showtime. To a lesser extent, we already had ESPN, you know. They didn't really fill a niche. And so that's the thing about the zone. You know,
I think what they need to do, right, if they really want to penetrate the American market, they need to put up a massive bag, like they need to invest something like 10 billion plus to try and get the top sports, or even say the top 5 to 10 sports. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of money in the NFL. That's going to be a difficult market to penetrate. Same with the NBA. You know what I mean? They need. I
don't even think they have to do that one of them ones. I think from a guy that's outside looking in, that has family, because I'm just a couple hours from the border. Well, not even a couple hours. I mean, from the Detroit border. You know what I mean? I'm 45 minutes away from the Buffalo border, Niagara Falls and whatnot. So you know what I mean? Being in the States is nothing to me. You know what I mean? It's nothing. You know what I mean? So, but I'm still an outsider. You know what I mean? I'm outside looking in. You know what I mean? From a close proximity, I'm seeing what's going on. And one thing I know about Americans is that Americans won't learn about or pick up on something if it's not on TV. That's where the programming is going on. You know, dig? Because you got Canadians always complaining about, yo, these Americans don't know shit about us. Well, that's because we're not on TV in the States. If we had Canadian channels over there pumping up on American cable networks and whatnot, if we had Canadian shows that were popular in America on American TV, Americans would know more about Canada and wouldn't be so ignorant to what goes on in Canada, wouldn't think it's just all snow and igloos and shit like that. But TV is the device that everybody utilizes to pretty much learn things on or gets programmed on in the United States. Therefore, the zone needs to utilize the TV more. You know what I mean? Even though, yes, it's going to the internet, everybody's using Android box, Fire Sticks and whatnot. I have to admit, the majority of the American public is still being programmed by regular network TV. In the dig, so the zone needs to get on TV. I agree with you, Fula.
Yeah,
man. Let me just say this, man. Y'all make some valid, great points, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And the zone is gonna be in trouble for a while. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the talent, they don't have the content, and you hiking up the prices, and you making guys like me and everybody else that was fucking with the zone probably not like it that much because you hiking up the prices, but you still not delivering with the content or the fighters. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really have any other major American sports. Now, what our fella was just alluding to, why people don't know too much about Canada, is because, like he said, you don't see the Canadian shows like Degrassi. You know what I'm saying? No more.
Niggas know Drake. Niggas know who Drake is because he's made himself a fabric of American pop culture in a sense. You know what I mean? He's on the upper echelons of hip hop culture. You know what I mean? Right. Drake, a Canadian. You know, dig. So
yeah, and think about this too, bro. Think about this too. You got Drake and you got the young homie RJ Barrett putting on for Canadian basketball.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So I think man, you're gonna have more people come out of Canada, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Canada gotta they gotta support. You know what I'm saying? I think Canada got a lot of talent up there, you know what I'm saying? Especially in basketball. You know what I'm saying? Especially in basketball.
Oh yeah, the talent field's deep in Canada right now. You know what I mean? Actually, a lot of our collegiate players or even high school players, they go to the States first. You know what I mean? Go to boarding houses and play for American prep schools. You know what I mean? So they get indoctrinated to the whole culture. You know what I mean? Because the basketball culture is deeper, way deeper in the States than it is in Canada. You know, dig?
Right.
So yeah, they picking these kids like fresh out of high school down here, so they can play their senior years, a couple years of high school ball in the States to get them prepped for first division college in the States.
Like Cutty, you know.
Yeah, man. Okay, but let me get your thoughts on this, fella, since you came in the building, man. How do you feel about Bob Arum saying that Mikey Garcia and Lomachenko isn't 50-50 no more due to Mikey Garcia losing suspense? How you feel about that, fella?
Yeah, that's interesting, man. That's real interesting. I think that's just that's code for saying that we don't want that fight no more. You know what I mean? But is he technically right? I don't know. I mean, to be fair, to be real, does Lomachenko really have a fan base like Mikey Garcia? How are we to assess this whole 50-50 thing? You know, dig? I don't know. I think there was a little hot air coming out from Arum, and he's just talking that good shit. You You know, dig. Yeah, I just think he's trying to deter the fight, trying to block the fight, trying to hinder the fight. Because Team Mikey obviously believes they're the A side. You know what I mean? Especially coming off the event that they just, even though they took an L, they're still part of an event that drawed over 47,000 people gate. You know what I mean? And close to what 400,000 pay per view.
Right.
So you know what I mean? That's those numbers don't lie, man. You know what I mean? So it sounds like old Aram's just, you know what I mean, just getting more salty by the day. That's what I heard. That's all I can say about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, with regards to that A side, B side thing, yeah, it's a difficult one. I see arguments on both sides because on the Lomachenko side, you could argue this guy is a 2 times Olympic gold medalist and all that bullshit, and allegedly he's got 396 amateur fights and he's only lost once. You know, as if robberies only affect black people. You know what I mean? As if bad decisions only affect black people. Somehow this guy has managed to rack up 396 fights and he's only lost once. Never been robbed, never had a bad decision. Go figure, all right? And we already know how ESPN, Bob Arum, and the late HBO tried to push this guy. You know, they tried to promote this guy as the next coming. You know, he was the latest, the Great White Hope. You know, but the thing is, Lomachenko's got decent skills. You know, he's a good fighter, but I can sort of see an argument for him being A side, but then I can also see an argument for Mikey being A side as well. I don't really know how that goes in terms of that, but in terms of this, I think it's a 50-50 split. It should be a 50-50 thing in terms of the finances. Because you can't listen, man. Mikey turned into the Black Pastor for the Errol Spence fight. Yeah, he sold wolf tickets, right? And he did a good job at getting people to come to the church and believe in something that people wanted to believe in, right? But
oh yeah, he did. You goddamn right.
Yeah, I need that legendary Top Cat button. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. One. And then so Mikey did that. Even he lost. You cannot take away the fact that Mikey, he's moved up weight classes. He's achieved quite a lot in boxing as it is. So as I said, I can see arguments on both sides, but yeah, I can see that stalling. Which is a shame because you want to see Lomachenko in there with someone who's actually going to give him a challenge. You want to see Lomachenko in there where the opponent's not too small, he's not moving up 2 weight divisions to fight him, has not been starved and bullied into a pay packet. You know what I mean? You want to see Lomachenko actually fight someone where there's no excuses, and that should be Mikey. But I'm not too mad about that fight anyway. As it pertains to Lomachenko, I'm more interested in seeing Tank or Teofimo Lopez do something with Lomachenko because I don't trust Mikey to beat Lomachenko. I don't know. I don't trust him to beat Lomachenko. I'll put my stock more in Tank and Teofimo Lopez to dethrone White Jesus.
People don't realize that when Mikey Garcia fought Errol Spence, okay, Errol Spence took a part of Mikey's soul. People don't want to admit it, but he did. I was listening to how Mikey was talking after the press conference. I was listening to how his brother was talking after the conference as well. That fight basically was equivalent of pushing Mikey Garcia into 100 or a swarm of Africanized killer bees. That's what his face looked like after the fight. He's not going to be the same fighter. That's just the reality. We have to face it. So that's why I would favor Lomachenko in that fight against, against Mikey Garcia. I don't think Mikey Garcia learned anything from that Earl Spence fight at all, except for that there's levels to this shit, basically.
Preach, my brother.
So,
Mikey, damn right.
If I were Mikey, I would sit back, relax, collect myself, take some time off, spend time with the family, maybe go on vacation, still kind of keep active a little bit in the ring and stuff like that. Like, just keep yourself up, keep your shape up, and then talk about fights. But other than that, he needs to just chill out. He really does.
Yes, sir.
Just chill for now. And I'm talking this from being a guy who watched Mikey Garcia, who thought very highly of Mikey Garcia, So at the end of the day, what I think is going to happen with Lomachenko is they're going to try to make him undisputed with this Richard Commey fight, and they're going to push the narrative that he's the quickest to reach undisputed champion. That's what I think they're after, what they want to do for him in order to give ESPN, Bob Arum, some more bargaining space. And that's just what it is, man. It's out of our control.
Right.
Bob Arum doesn't feel like he can beat these guys, that Lomachenko can beat a Tank Davis. Bob Arum doesn't feel that a Lomachenko can beat a Teofimo Lopez, because if he felt...
Paula, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
What do you think really happened with that Rigo situation?
All right, this is what happened. You got to realize that Rigo was inactive for 2 years. He fought a total of 13 seconds in 2 years.
Yep.
He wanted to campaign and fight Lomachenko at 126. Okay. They weren't going for that. They said 130 or nothing. He had no choice but to take that fight because they were starving him out. But they also probably said, okay, you make this guy look good, we got something on the back end for you too, because of the simple fact that Rigo never, when you look at how much he held in that fight and how Lomachenko actually slipped under him holding, the ref didn't even break it up. The ref didn't even take points off for Rigo holding like he was. And when you look at how Lomachenko was trying to slip under the holding, then you know something's up. Same with the Nicholas Walter fight. Nicholas Walter was there thanking Lomachenko, like basically worshiping him after the fight. So in my opinion, there's some workings behind the scenes. And that's just what it is.
Right. Okay, I want to ask everybody how they feel about this fight this weekend. Vostok is fighting against Ignembu. I don't know how to say it. I think it's like an African name.
You just call him Doodoo.
Yeah. Vostok is fighting this weekend, man. It's gonna be on ESPN. They fighting
on ESPN too.
Yeah. They fighting on ESPN, man. So Vostok is making his return debut against an unknown guy. But I didn't know Vostok was signed to Top Rank. But
yeah, the Top Rank thing happened, I believe. It's recent. So it was he's maybe 2 fights onto his contract with Top Rank. I know he definitely the Adonis Stevenson fight, Top Rank was involved with that. And
that's another point proving then that Bob Arum can make these fights with these guys from the PBC. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that's a good point there, 503. Exactly. You know what I mean? because he was definitely Alexander Vostok's promoter, definitely for that fight. And Adonis Stevenson is advised by Al Heyman in the PBC. So definitely, yeah, that's definitely a good point right there. But the African he's facing, I believe he's a Frenchman, Dudu and Gumbu. He does have some bodies on his record. Euro class bodies. Nobody of real world class note. So he's not the most terrible opposition, but at the same time, this is not a world class title fight. This is more like a voluntary defense for Alexander Vostok. But the thing that I'm kind of like miffed about is the fact that they're putting this on just regular ESPN. Like, what gives him the ability or the credence to get a platform like regular ESPN? They should put his ass on ESPN Plus.
Complexion for the protection to get the connection, my brother.
Exact. If I'm Terrence Crawford, I'm mad at that, man. If I'm Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, and guys like that, I'm mad at that shit. You know what I mean? Because they're giving these Eastern Europeans, these Ukrainians, like top shelf. You know what I mean? To the platform, ESPN. ESPN's an American network. You can't tell by its boxing content, though. I'll tell you that. You see more Ukrainians and more not to disdain my brother in the UK, but you see more Ukrainians and guys from the UK on the ESPN boxing page than you do Americans, bro. And that's a fact.
Maybe you call me Nomashchenko. Maybe I'm Nomashchenko. Maybe I like fighting in America. But nah, though, man. Yeah, man, it's definitely an import export business going on. You definitely see it for sure, man. Um, like with this Lomachenko fight. You know what I'm saying? He fighting Crowler. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. It's kind of been a back to back thing with ESPN, man. But
The
what's
thing
up,
is,
bro?
I just hope that this Bosniak doesn't do what he did against this African dude that he did to Adonis Stevenson. That's what I'm hoping, But who knows? It's boxing, So, that's one thing to look out for.
Yeah,
He did Adonis Stevenson like something very, very serious, man. Very serious, Hopefully this African dude will put up a fight,
Well, hold up, Fula. What did he exactly do? But got the victory. And spectacular stoppage at that.
That dude was in an induced coma and everything like that. That dude was damaged goods, like that guy was really damaged goods.
But many might say those were the sins of his past coming back to get him. You dig? If you know the backstory about Donna Stevenson, he's taken part in a lot of heinous acts. That's public record. Dig? So
but so was a lot of boxers, though, man.
I know, but his was public record, and some of the activities that he was involved in was like, yo, you know what I mean? It's a little out of hand, out of pocket.
Yeah.
Dig with the female fight clubs and whatnot, like like come on, dog.
Dogs and stuff.
So
you can look at it like that. I mean, you can look at it in that way. I can understand that, but still, like that dude got plastered. Like that dude was like that dude basically could say hi to God the way he was.
And then it's one to like blame it on Vostok, but you got to take a look at Don Stevenson's corner as well. And I mean, they was there the whole fight. You know what I mean? You saw the good work that just happened over on Sunday with Lamont Peterson's corner. He took one knockdown, was out on his feet. The towel came out. You know what I mean? With Adonis Stevenson, his corner, they ain't do shit, man. They let him take that beating. You know what I mean? Let him take that beating at that, and he's 41 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, bro.
They should have showed a little bit more cautiousness with Adonis Stevenson. They knew the man's been slowing down. We saw the slowdown with the Badu Jack fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he been in some wars, man.
Bostic was able to catch up with Stevenson and get the job done. But they left his ass in there too long, man. You know what I mean? And now you have to put that, you got to put that on the trainers. You know what I mean? They could have threw the white flag, but they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm ready to fast forward into April, bro. Like this week of fights, man, it's just not cracking, bro. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to
hear the disappointment in your voice, man.
Hey, you know what though? I'm not gonna even front. I just want to see if this training change with Ryan Garcia has made.
Oh my god! I knew you was about to bring him up, bro. Why I knew you was going to say Ryan Garcia?
Bro, I just want to see if the training has made him improve as a fighter. That's all I'm trying to gauge him at, man. I really don't care about him. I just want to see if we're going to see any improvements or if we're just going to see more of the same. That's
The same question was asked in his last fight.
They gonna ask him. They gonna ask him after this fight. When you gonna fight Tank? Tank, man. Since you want to talk about Ryan Garcia, then let's talk about Ryan Garcia and his new trainer. Goddamn!
Did you see how quick Spatula Man jumped up to stop Tank getting that to stop Ryan Garcia getting that work from Tank? He popped up out of nowhere. What's it? The Tank said, "Send me the coordinates to your gym," and then
you know
Garcia
what,
sent the.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I mean, Ryan Garcia should fight Rolex, man. For real, like they sparred one another. They're still bad blood, man. You can make that a big fight, not necessarily a pay-per-view fight, but it can still be a big fight. You can put that on the undercard of like a. Honestly, they could have put that on the undercard of a Canelo and Jacobs fight, but
that's why I don't understand why he not fighting on the undercard of Canelo Jacobs. That's stupid.
It is.
Unless he gonna do a quick turnaround. Could he possibly do that since he fighting this weekend, fool?
I doubt it.
Okay.
I doubt it, bro.
I mean, but what if he don't take that much? I mean, who is this guy he fighting, bro? Matter of fact, let me go look it up. Who is Ryan Garcia fighting this weekend?
It's a possibility if it's a quick knockout. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, you're not lying about that, bro. It is a quick possibility.
Because is there any news about who else is on that the Jacobs Canelo undercard? I don't think they really even put forth the undercard yet, or assembled the undercard really. Still up in the air.
God, bro. They not even having no press conference for this fight, bro. So this nigga must be a super uber. He finna fight.
Yep, it's a Facebook fight probably.
He said it's gonna be. He say finishing touches. I see everybody at the weigh-ins. There is no press conferences, so enjoy your week and send me good vibes. Goddamn. So no press conference for the fight. It's just a weigh-in, and that's when we gonna find out who he fighting. Or we can go to Box Rig. God damn, Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, but then I don't know, man. Ryan Garcia is not press conference worthy. I mean, this is Ryan Garcia we're talking about. He's a little pipsqueak. How old is he? Like 16 or something?
Man, every fight should have a press conference. I mean, shit, Lomachenko gonna have a press conference.
Yeah, but that's Lomachenko, man. This is Ryan Garcia we're talking about, man.
Man,
Ryan
this
Garcia,
dude's
he ain't
17
even
and
good.
0, bro. He's 17 and 0. 14 knockouts. What you talking about? He shouldn't have a press conference?
Nah.
Man. Ryan Garcia, man, he's a child. He's a child.
Not till he's a
You know,
headliner.
it ain't difficult to get.
Fighting
It ain't
Jose
difficult to.
Lopez. 20 and 3, 14 knockouts. From Puerto Rico. Let's see who he fought. Damn, he didn't fight a boot. Ooh. Yeah. The dude started out at Bantam, Super Bantam. Wait. Oh, man.
So he's a small guy. What's his how's his last 5 fights look? All red or
Nah,
what is
he
he?
got 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? To a
He
guy
got
81 and to a guy 28 and 5. You know what I'm saying? But he got 3 losses. 20
he
and
got
3.
3, but is he
Jose
coming off of
Lopez.
losses or is he on a winning streak? Because that's a tall tale sign of, you know what I mean?
Nah, his last fight he lost.
Okay, so he's coming off a losing streak. So
Yeah, and the
he's
fight
coming off a
before that,
loss.
the fight before that, he won. Then his fight in 2017 against Avery Sparrow, he lost. Yeah.
He kind of looks like one of those guys. Every time he steps up a bit in competition, he loses.
That's what it looked like. Because the guy that he lost to last year, Jonathan Quando, was 28 and 5, and he lost to him. So yeah, he got 3 losses though. You know what I'm saying? So this guy's relatively unknown, and I think he was a smaller guy because he fought for a super bantamweight title when he was younger. So this guy is a super bantamweight. What's that? 122? What is super
Yeah,
bantamweight?
122 super
Yeah, I
bantamweight.
think you're right.
Okay, yeah. So this guy's he moved up what 3 weight classes? Because Ryan Garcia at 130, right?
Yeah.
Yep, junior lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like a showcase fight for him. He could turn this around quick, get a quick, second round stoppage, turn that around and get up on the Canelo Jacobs card. That's soft things. I mean, it's easy work.
Yeah, this easy work, man. They went and found them a Puerto Rican Uber to beat on. You know what I'm saying? A super bantamweight, the dude that fought at 122. That's who Ryan Garcia fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably gonna be on Facebook. Cause I don't even see the DAZN promoting this shit on their page. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the DAZN promoting it. And that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Cause they talking about some other shit. Yeah. So they just had that Okoli card last week. Hey, what you think about Lawrence Okoli? Fella, is he a bum in the cruiserweight division?
Nah, he ain't no bum. I think Okoli's coming up nicely. I mean, he has a similar. He kind of reminds me of a poor man's Deontay Wilder, to tell you the truth. I think that's why even Tyson Fury brought him in camp. You know what I mean? Because he can kind of somewhat replicate what Wilder does to a certain extent. So, Okoli's all right, man. And I like the path that he's taking. He's slowly coming up, getting all the little belts. I think he got like the Southern area belt, and he moved up to the British title, and then he just take the Commonwealth off of this Wadi Camacho guy. You know, dig. So I like his step ups, man. He's doing it the right way. Unlike Anthony Yard, that's completely like dismissing and avoiding all his domestic rivals. And speaking of which, salute to Joshua Buatsi, who looked once again looked impressive. You know what I mean? On the undercard.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
dig.
that's my boy right there, man. That's my boy. You know what I mean? I'm starting to. He's doing good. So far, so good, man. He's looking really, really nice. You
What
know,
what what
he
what
looks
part of
like a
London
very
is Waxy
solid
from?
fighter.
One of the ones.
What you say?
What part of London is he from? England.
He's from the south. He's from the south.
Okay.
To be honest, most guys are from the south. Dylan White, Riakporhe, Boatsi, Okoli's from East, Hackney. Who else you got? Trezora's from North. Who else have you got? Joyce is from West. Um, who else is there?
What
Coley.
what Joshua from? What part of London is
He
Watford?
ain't from
He's from like
London.
North. Yeah, he's not even technically. He's not from London. He's from Watford, which is
Watford.
just outside of London. It's like the county next to London, but it's north. It's completely the other side of where I'm at.
Okay.
But yeah, the boy Boatsi, man, I'm finna do a video about that, man. He's man, I'm proud of him, man. I'm proud of him. You know what I mean? He's got that Ghanaian humbleness to him as well. When he knocked the Donny out, you know what I mean? He took a bow when he saluted the crowd, man. I like him, man. I like him. I like him. You know what I mean? He's humble. He's not bullshit. He's not trying to, disrespect nobody. There was a moment in the fight as well where the guy pushed him, and then Boatsi put in the break. He pushed him back. He said, "Nah, you're not gonna
Does
bully me."
Buatsi have
Yeah.
footwork? Does Buatsi
Um,
have footwork?
it's I wouldn't when you're talking about footwork. I guess you're like
I'm
referring to
like
it by way of
movement, like being able to go
he's
gauge
not
in and
he's
out of distance, and like
he's not he's not he's not a Cuban fighter. He's not. Yeah, he hasn't got Cuban footwork. Um, like
Yeah, it's
that.
Errol
He's more
Spence
of
type
a
footwork.
what
yeah. He's more.
Errol Spence type footwork is next level, bro. Did you not watch that Mikey Garcia fight?
Well,
No,
then
no.
you can
What
call
what what
Buatsi
what
next level. Then I'm not afraid to say that.
what?
Because
All
his
right, all right.
Oh
footwork,
shit.
Errol,
Okay.
Wait. Let me pump the brake. Let me pump the brakes 1 second. He's still early in his career. He's still early in his career, and he hasn't fought no one yet, but he's doing very well.
I'm finna look
And
this.
he everything about him is just solid at the moment.
I'm
Everything
finna
about him
look
is
him
just
up
solid.
since y'all talking
With
so high.
with regards to with regards to putting him up there and saying that he's comparable to so and so and so and so, I'm gonna pump the brakes there because I've got no references and he still needs to prove himself first. But so far, this kid, man, I'm telling you, he's special. Now, if you want me to get on a hype and get on this nationalism thing, Boatsi's the one. For me, it's Boatsi. At the moment, it's from a prospect level, it's Boatsi. AJ, Joyce, all these other guys, I don't stand by them. I don't stand by them, but I stand by Boatsi and the other one that got punched up as well, my brother Dogbowl. But anyway, I don't even want to talk about that. But Boatsi, yeah, trust me, bro, he's doing good, man. Yeah, I reckon he's going to be a title holder very soon.
Well, that's the same comparison we said about Errol Spence coming up, man. He's solid at everything. You know what I mean? And that's why, to me, Boatsi's reminiscent of like he has an Errol Spence type of mystique, type of style to, you know what I mean? It, I mean, he likes to come forward. He's a technician. You know what I mean? He's an excellent technician, and to be an excellent technician, you have to be solid at all facets of the game, and that's what it seems like Boatsi has. He has that that essence of being solid all around. You know what I mean? Just like Errol Spence. That's why I draw the comparisons. You know what I mean between him and Errol.
Hey, you know what, odd fella? I have got no dispute to what you're saying, and conservatively, I actually agree with you. It's just that before I start mentioning Spence, because Spence is established, before I start mentioning Spence, I just want to see him prove it against someone. Do you know what I'm saying? But I agree with you. I hear what you're saying, and I see. I'm looking through your eyes, and I see what you're seeing. You're not talking nonsense. He's not talking nonsense. I see it. I understand what you're saying.
I'm not
But
trying
I
to
just
hype up
wanna.
Earl Spence, but Earl Spence is the definition of a
Yeah, light
slick.
heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
The thing is,
Yeah.
Earl Spence is an example of a slick southpaw. He is a slick fighter. Mikey Garcia was swinging at air that whole fight. There's just things that he doesn't want to do. It doesn't necessarily mean he can't do them. He just doesn't want to do them. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that with Earl Spence, like when people say that he's just this rudimentary, basic fighter, I have to disagree. He has special effects. It's just we haven't seen the special effects to that level. I think he fights to the level of his competition. Me personally, that's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong though. I could be very wrong.
Okay. What's it? 503. Do you want me to link you up to that fight, the Boatsy fight?
Yeah,
You
I
interested in
was.
watching that?
Yeah. You can link it up to me. I was watching some of his highlights right now, man. I like Buatsi, man. He's strong as shit for one.
Yeah,
Um,
man. He, he
and
looks good.
he throw good combinations. He go to the body. He used the jab when he want to. I, li- I like Buatsi, man. But like I said, man, I want to see him
Yeah,
fight. I want to see him fight Anthony Yard and rest of these guys, man. You know when the time is right. Because he
yeah,
debuted in 2017. Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. Yard and Boatsy is a very low level UK version of Spence and Crawford. You know, everybody wants to see that fight, and it's the obvious matchup to be made at the light heavyweight division, especially in the UK. Maybe they're trying to build it up. I mean, Boatsy Yard is a bit further ahead in his career than Boatsy, but I think it looks like Boatsy is ready now. And Boatsy also, I want to add, has had he's sparred at the Bokum district in Ghana as well. He's also cousin to Dogbo. Um, they train at the Miguel's gym in where I am in South um, in Brixton, Loughborough. Boatsi's from Croydon as well. Croydon is like Brixton has become very gentrified now. You know, what I mean, in about 10 years, most of the black people are gonna have been pushed out. Croydon is now the new Brixton. Like a lot of the,
Go, go,
a lot
go
of the
on mute, all
gangs
fella.
have
Go on
been.
mute. You rolling up and shit, bro. Go on mute. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
What they
My
call it,
bad, my
grinding.
bad.
It's grinding. He's grinding. Um, yeah, Croydon's becoming the new version of Brixton now. You know, what I mean, the local
Yeah,
authorities have
go
pushed
back
out a
on
lot
mute,
of.
all fella. My bad, my bad. One of the ones. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the local government have pushed out a lot of brothers out to Croydon, and he's representing Croydon. And trust me, bro. Yeah, he's the one. I know you like Anthony Yard 503, and I see it as well. I think Yard is good, but I don't know, man. It's something just
Lions in the
there's
camp. That's
something
my boy.
special. Lions in the camp.
That's my boy, man. I'm
um,
fucking with Anthony Yard.
but you know what? Yeah,
I like O'Hara Davis. I like I'm gonna tell y'all all my top favorite UK fighters I like, man. Besides, well, I used to fuck with Anthony Joshua till he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? I like Yard, Joshua Taylor, O'Hara Davis, Eubank Jr. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking more into his other brother. You know what I'm saying? The other Eubank brother. I'm gonna check
oh
him
yeah,
out.
he's slick. He's slick as hell. Yeah, yeah. Sebastian Eubank. He's
Yeah,
slick.
Sebastian.
Real slick.
I'm gonna check him out, man. I'm kind of digging O'Coley. O'Coley got the sauce. You know what I'm saying? He doing this thing at cruiserweight. I'm checking out the cruiserweights as well. I want to see what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna try to fight some of these boys? Oh yeah, and who else? Trying to see if I'm missing somebody. Yeah, and I gotta add Weston to that list, man.
Oh yeah, Buatsi definitely. Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna do a video of the School of Arms House, the top prospects.
Oh, and I can't
Um,
forget Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce as well.
Joe Joyce and
I,
Daniel Dubois.
yeah, I like them too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. If you like Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce, then you're like a Richard Riakporhe. Richard Riakporhe. Check him out because if you like them boys there, then Riakporhe is gonna be
So
on your list as
is
well.
he is he a heavyweight or a cruiser?
Cruiser.
Okay.
Cruiser.
Another guy y'all need to check out. I've spoken about him before. Is Fabio Wardley. He's the UK heavyweight of the future, in my estimation.
Fabio who?
Fabio Wardley.
Fabio.
Yeah, Fabio Wardley. Fabio Wardley. He's from Ipswich. Well, I believe it's kind of like on the west coast of the UK, and
yeah, that's a very North American way of putting it. Yep.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. Wardley is actually a sparring. He was a chief sparring partner for Dillian White. You know, dig. So he does have that good experience inside the camp. You know what I mean, against a top level heavyweight. But from what I can see of him, man, he just has a lot more upside than a guy like, to me, Daniel Dubois, who's to put it in one of them ones terms, a lamppost type of boxer. Fabio Wardley has excellent head movement, you know what I mean, and lateral movement. He's able to bend over, you know what I mean, and elude punches, and it looks so natural to him. You know what I mean? And he's only started boxing, I believe, at the age of 21. He's 24 now. But when you look at his skills, what he brings to the ring, you'll see why I'm gushing over him. You know, dig. This guy's 6'5" with the ability to move like an Ali. You know, dig. And I'm not I'm not exaggerating. You know what I mean? Look at the highlights against probably some like UK bums and shit like that. But I mean, this guy's movements looks head and heels over any of the UK prospects right now. Whether it's Gorman, whether it's Daniel Dubois, I don't know. I see it with this guy, man. He has the attitude, he has the charisma, and he definitely has. It seems like he has the skills to take it to the next level. So yeah, y'all look out for Fabio Wardley. You know, dig at the in the heavyweight division.
I don't mean to change the subject, but I notice a lot of these UK athletes, man, are marrying these Caucasoids, bro. Like, I mean, there's nothing but mulattoes coming up, in especially with these footballers, man, and now these boxers. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but it's like, geez, guys, what is going on? Because I can tell by this Fabio Wardley guy, he's a mulatto.
Hey, I'm not even gonna, because I have my son, or my baby mom, my last baby mom. I guess we can consider her white, but she's half white, half Native American, Métis, in the dig. But she looks more white than anything. You know what I mean? So my child, I guess, would be considered to you as a mulatto, but in my eyes, he's just considered a black child. You know what I mean? Because when the police pull, you know what I mean, when he gets over and they pull him over and stuff like that, they ain't gonna say, "Oh, you a mulatto child." I'm only gonna treat you half as bad. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you half the break. You know what I mean? No, it's not going down like that. They're gonna look at him as a black child. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear this mulatto shit. Once you got a touch of black in you, you a quarter black, you black, and that's it. You know what I mean? These folks look at you as niggas regardless. You know what I mean? My mother is she has like an olive complexion. You know what I mean? And she's full black. You know what I mean? she gets treated the same way than everybody else. You know what I mean?
That may be true, but they don't think like that, bro. And I'll give many examples. Okay, especially
who is they, man? You act like you got the consensus of every mulatto mind out there. You in the dig? You know what I mean?
I'll give you.
I'm not trying to hear that, because, and I'm not trying to hear about, you know what I mean, these you know what I mean, niggas talking about, what's wrong with, because at the same time, there's a lot of because I look at my situation in Canada, you know what I mean, and it's not every day you see a black woman, you know what I mean, you can go up to and you know what I mean, holler at them and whatnot. You gotta you know what I mean, get in where you fit in, you know what I mean. It's either that or it's either that or it's either that it's either that or you complaining about being. It's either that or you go gay, and that ain't no it ain't no way about that. So niggas need to stop complaining about. Niggas need to stop complaining about you know what I mean, to stop watching who's in other people's beds and shit like that, you know what I mean, because it really ain't none of your business, you know what I mean. It's just as long as if niggas ain't going the other way, you know what I mean. Listen, that's when we got to put the microscope and be like, wow. But as far as whether if you black, you Indian, you Chinese, whatever, you know what I mean, who cares, you know what I mean, because I was raised in an area that's multicultural. I was raised amongst a whole bunch of different people, not just black folks, not just white folks, all different cultures, you know what I mean. I was blessed to be a part of urban Canada, you know what I mean. So you see things differently, you know what I mean.
Listen. Whoever dates whoever is none of my business. That's their prerogative. You do you, I do me at the end of the day. But I'll be damned. This is just me personally. I'll be damned if I mix my blood with them. And if there aren't any black people around, I'll import me one. If it comes to that drastic measure, you know, that's just me personally. But I can see that. I can see where the UK is going because my uncle is saying the same thing. He's like, "Hey, I'm not seeing that many black kids here anymore. I'm seeing mostly mixed kids around this area." I'm like,
"Well, that's what I'm saying. That's ignorant, bro. That's ignorant." Bro,
listen, because man's from you're talking about my environment now. There is an element of truth to what Fuller's saying, but it is also comparable to how things are in the United States with these NFL football players and stuff like that, these basketball players and stuff like that, right? Now, if you're looking for something, you look hard enough, you'll find it. At face value, you could say that a lot of these Premiership footballers are with these people that you're saying, but when I look around, I see nothing but black people. There is a lot more. London is very multicultural, and there is a lot of interracial stuff going on and things like that. But make no mistake, understand me clearly. The black community in the UK is strong. There is a contingent, and there is a lot of people that you can point to by way of the girl, Eubank Jr., Sebastian, Connor Ben, and stuff like that. Yeah, it does happen, but it's no more prevalent than it is in the US. Because if you want to start pointing fingers, I can point fingers over to your side and say, well, what about so and so, Kaepernick and rah.
No, they're all doing
but
it.
At the end,
yeah,
they're all doing it. But with that being said, like, I hear where you're coming from, Fula, and I empathize with what you're saying, and my heart warms to you, with your love for black women, because I feel exactly the same way.
And the thing is, I'm not a simp.
Wait, one second. Let me just say this, bro. Let me just say this. At the same time, I don't know if you can relate to what Oddfella is saying as well. His environment is different, bro. It's different. Like where he's coming from. He's not walking around and seeing a whole heap of black people every day in, day out. Do you know what I mean? His options are limited, so he can only do and go for what's around him.
No, but actually, my options isn't limited. My options is I have a variety. I have every color of the world. You know what I mean? I don't even look at color because color is actually a white supremacist attitude. You know, dig? To me, race isn't real. You know what I mean? We're all different because we don't call dogs. We don't categorize dogs by the color. You know what I mean? They got different breeds, just like you know what I mean, just like humans do. You know what I mean? We're all from different places of the planet and shit like that. Therefore, we have different tribes and different bloodlines and shit.
Hey, my Cubans as well. Yeah, the same could be said about my brothers in Miami and my Cubans, Rigo, Lara, Aguilagos, the Bartholomews.
Them all mix up.
Who else?
Listen,
all of them, bro.
listen. It's different because, listen, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you something one time. It's different for me because I went through, and this is not a sob story or anything. This is not like, oh, woe is me or something like that. But what I went through was psychological because growing up in France, growing up in Portugal, hearing the word pretzel, hearing the word you dirty African, seeing that and actually witnessing it, actually having girls come at you because you can play a sport and that's it, and actually growing up in a ghetto where there's only blacks and Asians and Arabs, and those are the only people you can relate to because you're cut off from the petty bourgeois society. My mind state is different. Okay, my way of thinking is gonna be different. Okay, because that's where I come from, and that's what left a mark on me. Coming to the U.S. and rubbing shoulders with my dudes from North Philly, with my dudes from Brooklyn, with my dudes from South Central L.A. who are also black and Hispanic and Asian of the Cambodian descent. My mindset's gonna be different. It doesn't mean that I'm condemning people for their choices. Okay, it just means I think about it in a different manner. Okay, my state of mind is very, very different because of what I came up in and what I was. Okay, multiculturalism was like a myth. In Europe, multiculturalism is a myth. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a very, very big myth. If an African dude marries a European woman, he's still going to be looked at as an African dude. And that's just point blank, period.
Oh, most definitely. As he should be.
I don't know anybody. I personally don't know any African person that gets with a Caucasian with the intention of thinking that he will then become a Caucasian. I don't know anyone that does that. But I hear what you're saying.
I know some.
I hear what you're saying as well.
Actually, I know a lot of Caucasian females that try to get with black dudes because they feel that will bring their blackness up. You know, dig? I definitely seen that, but on the other spectrum, I don't see that. I don't know if that, you know what I mean, necessarily is a thing. Other than maybe they just hate their reflection, so they might go, you know what I mean, go to the other side. You know what I mean,
Man,
Yeah,
listen,
I mean,
it's all the same shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever part of the world you in, man. If you in Texas, if you in California, you in London, if you in Canada, bro. Yeah, we might have a variety of black women in America more than Canada, but at the same time, man, you know, you like what you like. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit up here and say, oh, I just talked to a black girl in my life, my whole life. I'll be lying to you. You know what I'm saying? Now here in Texas, you got it all. White, Hispanic, black, you know what I'm saying, Asian, you know what I'm saying? You can get what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that everywhere. It's like that in California. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You
A
know,
melting pot is what we call it.
same thing in New York. It's more crazy in New York. You can definitely get what you're looking for out there. They got it
yeah,
out. You know what I'm saying?
London is the most multicultural city in the whole of Europe. Right, it's known for its multiculturalism and that kind
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
y'all got the red light district out there. You can definitely get what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I hear this kind of conversation has been had many a times in the UK in terms of a lot of these successful black sports people, British black sports people. How comes it seems that Lawrence Okolie's girl, he's with a UK grime artist. I personally think she's Twist, but he's with is it Miss Banks?
Yeah, she fine, bro.
You know what I mean? The vast majority of black people are with black people. Don't never get it twisted. I don't know where you're.
Hard Davis got a white girl though. Hard Davis got a white girl.
Yeah, he do.
Well, Howard Davis, he's a look, man. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that I'm not saying that all black people are with black
Carol
people.
Brooke got a
Of
white
course, you've
girl.
got people like yeah, and probably Eubank Jr. as well. Will have a white girl. Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, yeah. It does happen, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that the vast majority of people that I see on a daily basis, are with black people. You know, but it's just that there's a lot of examples that you can point to, if you like, in the mainstream where you can say, oh, okay, Ahara Davis, Digel, or Eubank Jr. It does happen, but and also at the same time as well, as Oddfellow was alluding to, although I agree with Fuller that me personally, I just love black women, and I personally think he should be with a black woman. But at the same time, as Oddfellow was alluding to, this whole race stuff, it it doesn't mean anything. It only means something because of history and because people that are insecure about themselves want to impose their insecurities upon you. Listen, if you're a black person and there's a white woman and you're in the middle of the Amazonian jungle somewhere, do you think race will matter? Because at the end of the day, if that woman is ride or die for you, right? She's a good woman. She does everything that you desire in a woman. She's good looking and all of that, all of
Well,
that, all of that. But
I'm
the
gonna
only thing
say,
is that she's white, right? And you live in the Amazonian jungle, right? Are you gonna, this
I'm,
race is a social construct. It's
I'm
completely made up.
gonna say
Exactly,
Completely
this.
bro.
made
I'm
up,
gonna
and it's
say
as a
this
result
though.
of slavery.
I'm gonna say
Go
something.
ahead.
Me, okay, like it's social. It's like a social thing. Who can you relate with? I find that I can relate with Latins and to a lesser extent who are awake more or less so. Arabs who happen to have that African gene in them too. The ones who know what's up, basically. So
Arabs.
that's
You say
the,
Arabs, yeah,
the
Middle Eastern people, yeah.
yeah, but the black ones like Sudanese, okay, those and
Somalia.
blacks and like black Saudi Arabians as well. Okay, I met a couple out
What
here
about
before.
Somalians?
Ah, man, they're colonized. Some Somalians think they're more Italian, and some of them think they're like they separate themselves from everybody. So I don't even go that route. It depends on who is aware of their situation. It depends on who's aware of their reality. So the race may not necessarily have something to do with it, but best believe if they want to talk to Fuga, they better have a little bit of that African atmosphere in them. I don't care if you are Latin or whatever. If you're mestizos, as they call them, who are largely like mixed with European, African, and indigenous, best believe if Fuga talks to them, they're going to have that black in them, and you're going to be able to see it from their ass or their cooking. And that's just the way I go about my thing, bro. That's just the way
All right, so let me ask you something real quick, Fuller. How about this one? What about if there was a blonde haired, blue eyed,
Yeah.
Caucasian, white, Scandinavian woman, all right, that can cook the wickedest chicken and chips and jollof rice and all that good food that Fuller likes to eat, and she's got ass and all of that, but she's Caucasian. How about that?
And Fula couldn't do it because Fula's mother would be like, "What the f are you doing, nigga? Why didn't you marry someone from the tribe or someone close enough to the tribe?" So Fula couldn't do it. Fula's an African, straight up, point blank, period. Fula sticks with its roots.
The
But
reason
Yeah,
let's
the
man.
reason why I asked that is because you said that when it comes to meeting women and stuff, it's more of a social. Do you
No,
want to
but what
meet
I mean
someone
by
that you can relate to
social,
socially?
social historical things as well. What has happened to women in Latin America? What has
Yeah,
happened
so
to women
basically
in
race, like
Africa?
basically,
Yeah. What has happened to women in
yeah.
like in these parts of the world? You got to look at it because the way I look at things may be a little bit different from the way other people look at things. And that's just the way it is. That's why it's a beautiful thing when people have different opinions and people are able to talk about those different opinions in a civilized way. That's what makes life beautiful. Imagine if we all agreed at the same things, we would be like robots. You know, so That's just the way I look at it.
It's all good, man. Everybody's got their preferences and stuff. You know what I mean? If you like Hispanic women or Caucasian or whatever, do you, man? As long as you're good peoples and you ain't a snake and you're real, you know what I mean? Do you? If you like black women like me and Fuller, then that's all good too, man. You know, it's all good. The one thing what I will say is this. What I will say is this. I personally don't have a problem with brothers that go for other women, white women or whatever. I really don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is brothers that are sellouts and coons and coconuts. I have a problem with those people. These type of people that will consciously sell out their own race for the other side. I have a problem with them. That's where we can have an argument about that. You know what I mean? Because not everybody that is with someone from outside the culture is necessarily a sellout or a coon or whatever. You know, sometimes it's circumstances, environment, and thing like that. You know,
Listen,
it is what it is, and preference. It's personal preference. At the end of the day, to a certain degree, you can't help who you like.
listen,
You know what I mean?
listen. I don't care what the next man does with his love life. I mean, hell, shake out to Joe, a guy who I read many books from. His wife was French, but he still put it down on them French scientists. I mean, he blew them out the water. You know, when it came down to it, that didn't stop him from refuting the hell out of all of them. You know, that really didn't like stop him. You know, but for me, you know, what I have a problem with is when they're with them and they look at me different, like I'm some kind of heathen or something, like I'm uncivilized. Because I've seen it and it's happened here a lot. You know, walking down Santa Monica 3rd Street Promenade, you may see a brother who has his Becky looking at me sideways, looking at me crooked for whatever reason. You know, I'm like,
what do you mean looking at, for what reason? What's that
like
about?
crooked, like just like looking at me like, nigga, what are you doing here? Basically. Because
I
maybe
don't
I'm
get
in
it,
my
but why would they be
sweatsuit.
looking at you?
No,
Oh, like to
no.
say you're in a white neighborhood or something like that?
Yeah. I'm in my sweatsuit. I'm in my jumpsuit or whatever the case may be with my whatever sneakers I'm wearing on the day.
Hey,
And you're looking
but
at
Fula,
me
was
crooked.
your jumpsuit orange? Was it orange?
No, it was just
Was it
like,
orange? Was it?
nah. It's just basically, the Nike jumpsuits that you wear, the
Oh,
Adidas
right.
jumpsuits, those
Yeah.
kind of
So you
things.
wasn't looking like you just escaped from prison, basically.
It's just dressing comfortable, bro. That's just how I like to dress. I like to dress comfortable, no matter where I'm at. I just like to be comfortable. Okay, but you're black, but you're looking at me because you got a white woman. You're looking at me crooked. Like, what's up with that, bro? Like, there's no need for you to stare at me and give me like this uncomfortable smile that I know is not sincere. You know, if it was a sincere smile, like you would say, hey, what's up, man? Or this, that, and the other. But I know it's not sincere, bro. You're looking at me because like you're thinking I don't belong here, but you think you do belong here because you have Becky on your side. You know, it's like I don't like that. That's not cool at all. You know, and
Yeah,
I've had it happen more than one time, you know.
that's interesting. I've never experienced anything like that, and yeah, that sounds kind of crazy. But what I was getting at is because certain prison systems in America, they wear the convicts, the new convicts, they wear orange jumpsuits. That was a joke. That's where I was coming from. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And if he's wearing
I
a
understand.
Hey, we finna go ahead and wrap this one up. BFTB boxing finna get ready and come on. We didn't been on for like 3 hours, man. We didn't talk about a whole bunch of good topics other than boxing, man. I like sometimes when we had these conversations, man, because it's a dry week in boxing, so these conversations is needed, man. But go and give me some last word, one of them ones. Well, I go on.
yeah. So thanks for shooting that link. It's always good to chop it up with my brothers. the odd fella, Fool of 503. And where was Mac? I guess he was busy, probably
Yeah.
working, the putting the work in. Salute to my brother Ak. Peace be upon you, and keep your head up. It's one strong brother right there. I wanna tell everyone right now that that's one strong brother right there, man. For all he's been through, I'm not gonna go into his personal business, but for all that man has been through, and for him to come in these live streams and still chop it up with your boys and catch jokes and all of that, man, that's a strong brother. You know what I mean? Because the type of stuff that he's gone through, that's that's character changing stuff. You know, that's character changing stuff. So big up my brother Ak. I ain't heard from you from a while. You just disappeared off the map for me, but I understand the situation, so it's all good. Um, One of them ones, you know what I mean? Peace to everyone in the chat. I'm out.
Already. Go ahead and give me some last words, fool.
Shout out to you, man. I appreciate the link being sent. My bad if I offended anybody. It's not by intention. I don't intentionally go out to offend people. It was a good show to talk, to rap, and the like thereof. And I'm looking forward to
Hey, I wasn't offended by nothing you said, Fuller. I wasn't offended by nothing.
nah,
We was just having a
anybody.
conversation, man.
Anybody who's offended in the
Nigga,
chat.
I was, but I got love for you, fool, always.
No,
You always
yeah,
got love
yeah,
for you, my nigga.
right. Yeah. My bad if I offend anybody and those in the chat too who I may have offended. My apologies. It's not by intention, but I do appreciate this platform that we have to talk about the obvious things, which is boxing, and talk about other things too. And I look forward to talking some more tomorrow or whatever day.
Hey, let me just say this as well, 503. Man, listen, we're all brothers on this thing here, right? We can have our disagreements and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But we conduct ourselves, we may not always agree, but at least we can still chop it up and either agree to part ways on certain subjects or whatever, or we can enlighten and educate each other. You know what I mean? So, as I say, we're not always going to agree, but we need to kind of get rid of this idea that because we disagreed and we have to go to war with each other and make YouTube videos and this. Oh, fuck all that, man. You know what I mean? We're brothers first. You know what I mean? We're brothers first, and that's what counts. At the end of the day, if we can't have a conversation about certain things, then there's no point. We ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? So big up everyone, the usual suspects that always come through. You know what I mean? It's good that we can have these conversations, and as long as we keep it respectful, you know what I mean, and it doesn't result into the ignorance that we sometimes see in our community, then it's all love, man. It's all love. So everyone, all my people everywhere around the world in the diaspora, Asia and Africa, big up.
Already. Go ahead and close this out, fella.
Yes, indeed. Respect for shooting that link. It was definitely an interesting conversation. I fell in the building late, but it was definitely nice talk to the brothers. You know what I mean? Like one of them one says, I mean, we can disagree, but being brothers, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's all love. You know what I mean? This is what it's all about. LDBC salute. I ended off with another small, actually historical tidbit because that one topic we was on when we was talking about our favorite UK fighters kind of interested me, and I'm gonna bring it back. I don't know if one of the ones remembers this one fighter, and he was I believe he was like at the 154 division, and I don't know if you remember Richard Williams. He was one of my favorite fighters back in the day, and Richard Williams was I believe he was a southpaw fighter, but it hurt my heart, it hurt my soul when Richard Williams got in there with this unheralded Spanish guy by the name of Sergio Martinez and You know what I mean? Got his clock clean straight. You know what I mean? And that was the rising of Sergio. But Richard Williams was one of my favorite fighters back in the day. UK
Yeah, we're
brother,
from South
I
London as
believe it.
well, by the way.
Yeah, he's in London, South London. Okay. Yeah, so with that being said, yeah, salute to the man, 503 once again, full of sports, you know what I mean? Always got love for you, brother. You know what I mean? Your Cuban sympathizer, you know what I mean? It is what it is. One of them ones, Ack Reacher, you know what I mean? Ack Reacher 45, salute to you. I miss you, brother. You know what I mean? Stay ready. Boxing TV. Subscribe to us all. That's what it is. Subscribe to us all. You know what I mean? It's your favorite, yet your most hated all fella. And I'll definitely be back for another live stream. And I'm Gizon.
Already, man. Salute to the chat, man. Lala, DJ, Good, Mark Wonderlich, man. Everybody that came through, Wookie Wook, man. Everybody. Salute to one of the ones, fella. You know what I'm saying? Full of sports for always holding the sit down, man. We held the sit down today, my brother Fuller, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. My boy Ag Reach, man. Keep doing what you doing, my brother. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hold a sit down for you, man. And y'all tune in tonight to Smoke City Mobcast. And my brother BFTB is about to go live, man. The LDBC Undertaker, the graveyard is finna open up. And right after Smoke City Mobcast, I think my brother Mac gonna go live on his channel, man. But yeah, man, it's your boy 503 Line, man. And y'all boys stay tuned in for another one, man. We're gonna be right back tomorrow, man, with another one. You know what I'm saying? So just stay tuned in, man, featuring the usual suspects. You know what I'm talking about? H-Time for real.